Let me turn on one thing. So hello everyone, good morning, good day, good evening. Depends on what part of the planet you are. Welcome to our beautiful webinar. This is our fifth webinar. This project was created and made by Dr. Uma Narayana. Thing is that today we will talk about the wind. And I have a small introduction on speakers for today. So the episode is called Vayu, the wind, 22 of January, 2022. Very nice and interesting numbers we have today. Dr. Uma will be giving introduction on the fifth episode, which will be mine. I will give a speech which has to do with the wind, and it's I think it's global because very interesting subject. First speaker of ours will be Dr. Uma Narayana MURTHY, CID member, and she's joining from Malaysia. Indian classical dancer, researcher, dance script writer, and doctorate degree holder in folklore of Misho. She says few words about symbolism of Vayu in ASEAN and Asian cultures in general, and symbolism of Vayu in both classical and folk performing arts. Today she speaks about the portrayal of wind, breathe, power, and companion. She concludes her talk by showing a video of folk dance. Second speaker of ours for today will be Miss Hima Bindu, CJ, joining from India. She's first year pre-university student. Her hobbies are drawing, dancing, listening to music. Basketball, swimming are her favorite sports. She performed roles in Bharatanatyam, Bayalata folk theater, and drama. She gives equal interest both to the studies and to the cultural activities like dance and drama. Participated in Science Congress workshop, World Environment Day activities. She joined Bharat Scouts and Guides and is awarded with a Tirtiya Sopana medal. Today, she will be talking about the portrayal of Vayu in folk epics. Third speaker of ours will be Miss Shrija BM, joining from India. She is a 9th grade student and studies at Kendriya Vidyalaya, Mandya. Her hobbies are dancing, playing chess, swimming, and drawing. Her favorite subject is science and Hindi. She likes learning Indian classical dance and Western style of dancing. Performed and represented school in sports competitions and won prizes. She plays both indoor and outdoor games like origami, chess, and ho-ho. She gives equal importance to both studies and physical activities. She will be talking about portrayal of Vayu in folk games. So as a conclusion, Dr. Uma, Hima Bindu, and Shrija entertain us by conducting a quiz. As today is the last episode of the web series of folk presentation project by Dr. Uma, she has invited speakers of the Prithvi, earth, Jala, water, Agni, fire, and Akasha, sky, to grace the occasion. Each of them will speak their experience and give suggestions for the future projects. Dr. Uma specially requested Mr. Maleshaya, the renowned folk artist and the speaker of Agni episode, to be the chief guest and to say few words to younger generation about folk arts. Dr. Uma has specially invited Dr. Mangala, Vice President of Women Folklorist Association, Janapada Janneyaru, to grace the occasion and represent India on behalf of all the speakers. Dr. Mangala will be sharing her views about the future of the folklore and give suggestions for the future projects. I will remind you, this folklore preservation project was made by Dr. Uma, organized by Nizhny Novgorod section of the International Dance Council, CID UNESCO, the official organization on dance, and by the Anahit International Arts Academy. My name is Anahit Saribekkhan. I was amazed by this project. I am admiring every breath that we have inside and outside of this project. Wish you all good and big luck. And I would like to give the microphone to Dr. Constantin Kontoyanis, Vice President of the International Dance Council, the only official organization on dance on the planet. He's also leading the Paris office in UNESCO of the International Dance Council. Also, Dr. Konstantin has a big project on dance and spirituality. He's organizing numbers of seminars and webinars. Please keep in touch with him in order to participate in that seminars as well. Dr. Konstantin, the microphone is yours. Good morning, hello from France, from Paris.
Good morning, good afternoon. My congratulations for this particular project, which contained 5 sessions. Each session was very rich in information. Congratulations to Anahit for the organization and also for your happy birthday, because for those who don't know, Anahit has his birthday today. Congratulations also to Dr. Uma Narayana Murthy. It's not her first project. Already we had the pleasure to have her in our dance and spirituality program with a seminar concerning the folklore in spirituality, which has a very particular role in India. And we will have the pleasure to have at least 2 seminars. One of them concerns the Ramayana in countries other than India, and the other one, which is very possible, concerns the manipulation of fire, which means either fire walking, either manipulation of coals by hands in sacred dances throughout the world and throughout history, at least. So, Dr. Narayana, my hearty congratulations. Don't stop. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Konstantin. Thank you very much. Dr. Narayana, the microphone is yours. Please lead.
Thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Konstantin, for your kind and supporting words. You're always there for me. Anahit, today is a great day for you, and it is our pleasure to have you on this special day. Yeah, it is. It will be a memorable moment for everyone. So, who have met you, we have met you. We are my team also from India. They know you already from 5 episodes. We'll have a good memorable moments and throughout our life. It's very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. I cannot wait until the borders will be open and we will meet on person.
Yeah. Oh, yes, it will be soon. And I welcome Mr. Maleshayan as chief guest of today's episode, and I also welcome Dr. Mangala, Vice President of Janapada Janneyaru, to be here with us. And I welcome each and every one of you. for our this project of folk preservation. 3 months almost from I think September end, myself and Anahit, we had a dream, very small. It was very small dream, and we both just talked, and it was just a, as I say, it's a kind of small baby in the womb like that. And after that, it grew, and it is in front of us today as 5 episodes, and we are finishing today. It was a really very good time for me too, because I read a lot. I came to know a lot of scripts about Hinduism and all the other countries. And I came to know my other Indian team, they have so much of talent, knowledge. And so this is a kind of spreading wings. So today is Vayu, and we are spreading wings. So, so that is related to Vayu. Actually, that's why I use that word, to spread wing and to fly. So last time it was Akasha and it was the horizon. But out of that, we have spread our wings and we are flying. And then thanks everything. Thanks for my Indian team and all friends and the Janapada Janayur organization for participating in that. Okay, so this was the thing, how it born and it is ending today. I will start my, and I welcome all the people here. Somebody I know, Anna Lazao, I know her, but other people first time I'm meeting. Thank you very much for coming today. Thanks so much. Thank you. Namaste and welcome. Welcome to the Path of Folklore course and progress. This is a folklore preservation project. This is in Kannada. This is the language. I will take, I think. Okay. This is a Kannada language. Janapada Patha Gata Prastuta Matu Anagata. That means the path of folklore. Patha means the path. Gata is the past. Prastuta is present. Anagata is in future. So I will always say in future is uncertain. We will not be knowing what will be happening. But the past we know, and all our ancestors, they have given us, they have given the knowledge, and we have taken, that is, we are the present, and the future is our children. And the 2 episodes, they are the ones who are the carriers of the folklore and all the knowledge what we are going to give to them. So this is the purpose of preservation project. It is past, present, and the future. And we have done this with CID UNESCO and Anahit International Arts Academy and Janapada Janayuru from India. I'm joining from Malaysia. This is about me. Anahit already told about me. And this is my email address. Now today it is wind, Vayu. It is always breath, power. Hello? Yes. Breath, power and companion. So I will be taking talking about first about the mythology of Hinduism. How are you? I'm going to see. As I told you, I'm from the childhood. I'm having a concept of Panchabhutas. I'm grew with that, having some thoughts, having some uh, knowledge which were transferred to me from my ancestors, and and I will be practicing it every day from the morning till the night. We start with the prayer in the morning when we get up by seeing our hands, and before stepping on the ground we say we chant, and when we take a bath we chant, and when we eat we chant. And these are all the morals are our daily routine. And I was from the young age I'm trained like that. And now after years I grow, and after having experience of other countries and all the other cultures, our knowledge will grow. So I will be telling everything in brief because of the time, and also to um, uh, give chances to others. And one more thing, today before I start this, I welcome Anahit. She will be talking about the Tower of Winds. So Anahit, before I start, I will give an introduction of yours. Please bear with me. So Anahit, and you are a very special person. Everybody know about this. This is especially for the guests from India. Anahit Saribekkhan. She's a business developer, event organizer, dance researcher, and performer. She is organizer, co-organizer of scientific world dance events, conferences, and congresses. She is president, member of several world art competition and festivals. She has 22 years of experience on teaching, lecturing, choreographing, and performing. She designs various dance research websites of the International Dance Council at CID at UNESCO. And our website, especially mine, Uma Folk, is designed by her. And founder of Abstract Monumental Stage Choreography Dance Style. I fell in love with that YouTube. So it is just a great choreography, Anahit. Very nice. Founder of Hands Technique Workshop, Soul and Group, organizer, co-organizer of scientific world dance events, conferences, and congresses. President, she knows a lot of languages, excellent language. She speaks and orator, English, Russian, Greek, Armenian, and her career focus. She is enthusiastic business major with excellent communication skills and strong motivation to succeed. She has a bachelor degree in state pedagogy. Just a moment. Pedagogical University of to how to so spelling, maybe I may spell it wrongly, so please excuse me. Society of Russia, and it is how to spell it? Sorry.
It is Nizhny Novgorod.
Okay, Russia, and she has social pedagogy, and she has a specialization rehabilitation of children with deviant behavior. Very nice. Very nice. Master degree holder of MBA, Greenwich University, London, UK. Her career from 2007 to present, she is working as founder, director, Anahit International Arts Academy. And from 2017 to 2020, she did volunteer work on distance as coordinator, choreographer, distance work, and carried its ancient Greek dance company at Dora Strato Greek Dance Theatre, Athens, Greece. From 2013 to 2018, she served as president Mandar section CID Armenia. From 2014 to present, she's serving on volunteer work on distance as regional supervisor, web designer of more than 50 scientific dance websites of the International Dance Council CID, care of UNESCO Paris, France. I heartily welcome Anahit Saribekkhan to the last episode of the web series on Path of Folklore course and progress, and request her to share her thoughts about the Vayu. And I'm feeling really great to have you on this platform, Anahit, and from all the Indian friends and from Janapada Janneyaru, and personally from me, I welcome to you for this episode. Thank you. Now,
Thank you so much.
so yeah. So we are waiting. It will be very nice, and it will be a good grand finale for us also to have you. And yeah, this is about Vayu and his mount. We have every god. We have a weapon, a vehicle, a flag, and the color, the crown, and the abode, and his name, his children, his wife, and the direction and what he does, his symbolism in our Hinduism. So this is, and his other names, Anila, Pavana, Vyana, Vata, Tanuna, Mukhya Prana, and Bhima. And his Sanskrit name, Vayu. And he stays in Satyaloka, Pavanaloka. And his mantra is Om Vayave Namaha. His weapon is mace goad. Mount is chariot drawn by horses. Gazelle is a kind of deer. And concert is Bharati or Swasti. In the hymns, Vayu is described as having exceptional beauty and moving noisily in his shining coach. That's why we hear this sound. And he is also fighter and destroyer, powerful and heroic. Symbolism. Vayu or wind, Pavana, is one of the classical elements. The Sanskrit word Vata literally means blown. Vayu is blower, and Prana is breathing, the breath of life. Hence, the word is the deity of life. Mukhya Vayu, the chief Vayu, or Mukhya Prana, the chief of life force or vital force. Word Vayu, which is physical air or wind, is for Prana. Vata is the root of Vatavaranam, the Sanskrit and Hindi term for atmosphere. We say Vatavaranam. Maruts. In the Rig Veda, Vayu is associated with the winds. Maruta, we will call it as Maruta, with the Maruts being described as being born from Vayu's belly. Maruta Gana are identified with Rudras, Vedic storm deities and sons of Rudra and Prishni. There are 27 to 60 of Maruts. They are very violent and aggressive, described as armed with golden weapons, that is lightning and thunderbolts, as having iron teeth and roaring like lions. Residing in the northwest, that is the direction, has a golden chariot drawn by ruddy horses. In the Vedic mythology, Maruts act as Indra's companion as a troop of young warriors. According to French comparative myth, and he's called, oh, sorry, it's blocking here, Zephyr. Now comes the Vayu and his power, his sons on the earth, how that spread to earth. Harisarvottama Vayu Jivottama. Whenever Lord Vishnu, he incarnates on earth, Mukhya Prana or Vayu, he accompanies him and aids his work preserving dharma. Hanuman, the friend and helper of Rama in Treta Yuga, the strongman Bhima in Mahabharata, set at the end of Dwapara Yuga, and Madhva in the Kali Yuga. So Madhva or the Dvaita philosophy founded by Madhvacharya, it has the Vayu concept. Madhvacharya is the incarnation of Vayu, who is from Hanuman to Bhima and to Madhva. Moreover, since the Lord himself does not appear on earth until the end of Kali age, Kali Yuga, we are in Kali Yuga now. The incarnate Vayu, Madhva, serves during this period as the sole means to bring souls to salvation. Madhva Acharya, formerly he is called Ananda Tirtha, was a Hindu philosopher and the chief proponent of Dvaita dualism school of Vedanta. Madhva called his philosophy Tattvavada, meaning arguments from a realistic viewpoint. And these are all briefly I'm telling. Panchabhuta Tattva, component of the human body and its association with these elements. Vayu, air. Human body component is air. Associated finger is index. Concept of wife is Lahari. And characteristics, how you feel. It's through touch. Sense organ is skin. Dosha. Vata dosha is Vayu. Characters is Prana. Anahata Chakra, Vayu, is compassion. Hasta Mudra, Tarjani, and it is Vayu. Vayu, Pavana, the Vastu, Feng Shui, what you call, the auspicious direction is west. It brings moments, joy, and happiness. Taste is Katu, pungent. Tikta, bitter. Kashaya, and stringent. Vayu or wind around ASEAN and Asian countries. I have today a guest from Malaysia. She will be knowing it more. So it is Burma, it is called Lay. Nat worship, guardian spirits. China, Feng. Cambodia, Khyal. Indonesia, Angin. India, it is Vayu. Japan, Case. Korea, Balam. Laos, Lom. Malaysia, Angin. Philippines, cannot see here. Okay, so wind as breath. Now I will come to the second point. It is power. Power means how Hanuman, Bhima, and everyone, and Madhva, the power of Vayu around us, Vatavarana, atmosphere, the wind, the direction, the the human body, the sense organs. It is a power panchabhuta inside our human body. Now we come to the breath. In yoga, Indian medicine and Indian martial arts, prana means life force or vital principle. In Hindu literature, prana is sometimes described as originating from the sun and connecting to the elements. 5 types of prana: collectively known as 5 Vayus. Prana is divided into 10 main functions: Prana, Apana, Udana, Vyana, and Samana. And the 5 Upapranas, Naga, Kurma, Devadatta, Krikala, and Dhananjaya. And these are to be studied very in detail. So this is an opportunity for me to go to the scripts again and to study furthermore. So these are all the touches, the from the childhood. They touch the at home, and if you want, you need a guide to go deeply into the Hinduism and to the yoga and to the root of the ancient Vedanta. Pranayama is common term for various techniques of accumulating, expanding, and working with prana. So prana, these are all the location and what is the responsibility. Symbolism of wind in daily life. So this is the I say very depth knowledge of Vayu. But now we come to, as because we are having children here, it's a children program, children episode. I like to be more some slides to be a lighter. So what is the wind, the daily life we use? Inhale, exhale, sigh of relief, heavy breathing, shortness of breath, to sail with the wind, to winnow with the wind, to blow a kiss until last breath. It is a promise to keep mid-air, no time to go back, uncertainty and suffocation. It is the carbon, the wanting for the oxygen. In general, so as I told you, I will be more to the children episode, and both of next Hima Bindu will be talking about the wind, the portrayal of wind in folk epics, and Shrija will be talking the portrayal of wind in folk games. So I'm just touching to their subject also, a kind of clue. So wind in general, the first flight of an airplane, right, brothers? We cannot forget that. It's aviation industry started because of the improvement in the knowledge of wind, refers to flying using an aircraft like an airplane. Hot air balloon, a lighter than aircraft, fly with heated air. And paragliding is a recreational and competitive adventure sports of flying paragliders. Non-air polluting inventions is bicycles, smoke-free towers, giant sprinkles, photosynthesis bike, air purifying billboard, clean air bubble. These are all the Times of India. I will be reading about the articles and studying. So it was a very good article from Times of India. So what philosophy says, what the literature people say about air. So breath of life is in the sunlight and the hand of life is in the wind. Khalil Gibran. The fragrance of flowers spreads only in the direction of the wind, but the goodness of a person spreads in all directions. Chanakya. Oh, to live even for a day in the full light of freedom, to breathe the free air of simplicity, isn't that the highest purity? So air, the wind, the prana, the atmosphere, the physical air outside and inside is in the coordination with our daily life. The purpose of our life, purpose of our the birth and everything is in the Panchabhutas. To analyze it, to understand it, and to um, reach to that goal. So come now, companion. I this one I love it because Krishna is the one with that musical instrument. Sushira, we call that wind instrument as Sushira. So that is Krishna. And first, I started the Earth episode with the bamboo, the gold, the green gold. It is called green gold, which is grown in Malaysia. You will see a lot of bamboo trees, and it rains heavily. Last when we started Earth, it was a flooding here in Malaysia. Then from my window. Then I used to see this the very strong, but it looks delicate outside, but it is so strong, the bamboo tree outside my window. And used to understand what is the concept of bamboo, why it is so strong. Then I understood that the symbolism of bamboo in Southeast Asia and Asian countries is that it is the resilience. If whatever the pain or the bad situation or the good bad omen, whatever happens to us, be we have to bend like bamboo, but we should not break. That is the moral in the focus tales so much of Japan, Korea, Indonesia, Malaysia, and China. I read so much of folk tales about bamboo. And my first episode, Earth, was that the gift of the earth, the bamboo, and the symbolism, the moral we learn from it. So then I thought, okay, I will end Vayu with the same bamboo. So I'm the wind dancing with the bamboo flute. So this is Krishna, and I have seen the episode of Buddha in Doordarshan, and he plays the flute. It is so serene, so divine. And I have taken these two, the great philosophers of our time. Our time means we look up to them as our models, and we learn so many things from them. So there, the philosophy of that wind instrument, I have taken it as companion, wind as companion. In the bamboo as companion, love and companion, the human heart, and a heart which is made hollow, it should be hollow. So we in dance, classical dance, we say Sahridaya. Sahridaya, when we go to performance, we have to go unbiased. Sahridaya, we have to go. It should be clear in our mind and heart, our thought, no prejudiced mind. So we go and sit there and see the performance. Then we can become one with the poet, the lyricist, the singer, playback singing unto the dancer. So this is bhava, anubhava, vibhava will give us rasa in the audience. That is the Rasotpatti Siddhanta, theory of Rasotpatti in the audience. So it is always, we have to be as devotees, as bhaktas in the bhakti movement. So what in bhakti movement, what all the Vachanakaras, all the three school of thoughts, Ramakrishna mission, so many leaders have come from 10th century to 15th century in South India. So Bhakti movement was in the top. So all the the school of thoughts, they were towards the surrender to the God. And at that time, uh, the concept of the clearness in the heart was enhanced. Everyone, they said, to surrender, surrender, and surrender. So this is the one we have to be like hollow, a clear, when we uh, think about God. So we have to be very hollow like bamboo, but when he puts his fingers, and it will take too much of pain. I have heard the this one tale, that bamboo was there, and it was very sad, and Krishna will ask, and he will say, will can I take, and can I make some holes in you? Then it will be very painful for me, but yes, then it will surrender to him, and he will cut it, the bamboo, and he will, when he cut it, it was very painful for it. Then when he made a hole, it was also very painful. But when he blew his air, he blew his breath, and put his fingers so softly on the holes, beautiful music came out. And thus that bamboo, it became the divine companion for Krishna. So, like that, the God, we have to be very clear in our hearts. Then we can understand the God, and He will tune us to His music, and we will be in coordination with His guidelines, and we will become one with Him, and that is the salvation. So, this is the one, and this is when we take um, Krishna and the bamboo, the flute is love. He's the God of divine love and companion. He will be having with him every time. And when in our Kannada poem, we have Krishnana Kolalina Kare, that is, when he blow or when he play that music or play with the flute, what happened? All people, they have stopped, cows, they have gathered. Whole atmosphere was so silent, so divine. All of the women folk, gopika stri, what we say, they used to leave all the job, all the daily course, and they used to run to him. It is so nice, that divine music, bamboo and Krishna, the companion of his. And peace and compassion is Buddha. And I have seen this beautiful episode on him, that he will be playing under a tree. That is his mother Maya. And Prajapati, she will always teach him with this. Whatever he feels, it is pain or compassion or a joy, he used to play that music with the bamboo. And these two are my um, um, the philosophy of personal I'll the that you have to be like a bamboo. You should bend, not don't break. So I have taken this. And the wind in the folk performing arts. I have lastly, this is my last the slide. I have taken Goravara Kunita, and here it is a traditional dance from Karnataka. Kuruba Gaudas, they are the devotees of Lord Mailara Linga, men belonging to the community. They will take a diksha, they will have that training, and they dedicate their rest of lives to Lord Mailara Linga, and they are Shaivites, and the folk art form Goravara Kunita. And Goravara Kunita is a traditional dance with religious implication that is performed at festivals, local fairs, and also upon invitation in the houses of devotees of Lord Mailara Linga. At housewarming ceremonies, devotees invite Goravas to their new homes, and is called as Mane Seve or Ogus Seve. They perform rhythmically accompanied by the sound of their anklets and the beat of damaru. You know, Shiva, damaru, that percussion instrument. And Goravas have a unique costume. The costume is the main attraction of the folk form. You will see in the video and the steps who are classical dancers here. This especially it is my research topic. I have done 14 folk dances research on 14 dances. I went to Mysore before coming here. It is 20 years back. So this is that's why I tell why the folk preservation project. I have done that research 20 years back. And Malaysia, Mr. Malaysia was a resource person. So he is still taking that in him, and he's the finest example for it, how he's carrying with that. And through him I learned, and through him he was he used to arrange the troops for the videos and everything. And now he is in the hall today seminar. It is already 20 years back now. He's 60 years old, 65. And now with the small children who are youngsters today, who are teenagers, still he is there in the hall and guiding us. And we are the ones like this. We have taken the knowledge from him. I'm transferring to the young children. So this is my Goravara Kunita is one of my research topic, and I went to the field work and I have videotaped it. And okay, so this is the one. You will see all this in the video because this is the flute. Why I take in is the wind, the flute. They play the flute, they do the damaru, and they dance. So that is how I have taken as a musical instrument, the wind instrument. So folk wind instrument, that is examples. That's why I take this dance form. Okay, this is our this one. Come to the end of my speech, and these are all the 5 great elements. I'm very happy to be thinking about this Panchabhuta, and each one, the people who have talked about Earth and other episodes, they are excellent, knowledgeable people. They are here today in the seminar hall, and thus I end my the speech today. And this is about Vayu. It's a very good experience for me, and I will be sharing the YouTube link for the video. ಇದನ್ನ
Dr. Uma, while you are turning it on, okay.
Hello? Yeah?
Yeah, I will say in the end. It's okay, sorry.
Okay, so shall I play this?
Yes, sure, sorry.
Okay. ಕೇಳಿಸುತ್ತಾ? ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ? Is it muted? Can you all audio is okay?
No, we cannot listen because, as I understand, your audio, you can listen from your earphones. It must be shown. If you want, I can demonstrate with the voice. Okay.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
So I will unshare this now.
Yes, please. So I will find. Moment. Sorry, someone has drawn here something. Why? Who is playing? Wait one more time.
So that was the this one. In that, why I selected this particular dances, they wear the kauri shells dress, and this folk game. Shrija will be talking about the kauri shells. So these are all the minute things I looked at it, and it will be like if they explain in the next. Topics, then you can understand more how the kauri shells were used in Hindu culture or folk culture in performing arts and so many things. So that's what my end of the speech, and I hope you all liked my thought of Vayu, and it is prana. It's our breathe each and every moment. So that's why we are leaving now. So next I will be giving floor to next person, Hima Bindu. Hima Bindu.
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am. Hi.
Okay. So, hello. So, I will be sharing your screen, Hima. All the best and welcome to the floor and this webinar.
Thank you.
Just a moment. ಯಾರ್ದೋ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಏನೋ. In Hima, can you see the screen?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So this is our project, and I welcome Hima Bindu for this project, folk preservation project of ours, and she will be talking about the portrayal of wind in folk epic. And I like to talk is based on the um, research her mother has done it, and all the photos or everything is wholly original. And even as a child she also went to the field work with her mother, and to prepare this the slides, to prepare the article. She also has understood the concept of portrayal, and it is a very good the paper that like everyone all the before episodes, and this is also based on the pure research work, field work. This is Hima Bindu. She is a first year pre-university student. Her father is Jagadish CP, mother is Dr. Chai RP. She is a hello. Yeah. Can you see it? No? ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. Okay, can you see it now? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Hima? Okay.
Yes,
Then
yes.
her hobbies are drawing, dancing, listening to music. Subject of interest is science and organizing science congress. And sports is basketball and swimming. Her cultural activities, performing in Bharatanatyam, Bailatta folk theatre and drama. Competitions, she has participated and represented school in so many competitions, inter-school, district level, zonal level competitions, and she has won a lot of prizes. This is because this shows that young children who are very active in both the studies and the cultural activities, and they are the future carriers of both the folk culture and the modern technologies, and excellently they are moving on in life. And I welcome Hima for the speech, and the floor is yours. The mic is yours. Welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
You can start.
Namaste. Good evening, everyone. I heartily welcome each and everyone for this today's session. I am here to present my paper. My topic is Portrait of a Wind in a Folk Culture. The ancient philosopher called the earth, air, sky, and the fire as the Panchabhuta. Sky is the first element which was created. Then the wind. From the wind, fire, water, and the earth. In the Rig Veda, the wind have a specified identity as Vayu or Vata. Vayu is a form of Mahadeva, like sun, water, fire, sky, and the moon. Vayu is the soul of everything. It do not have any color or shape, but we can feel the air and understand its existence by the recognizing the sound which brings with it. A cool breeze brings a happiness to the human and also clears the atmosphere. The folklore narrates the deals with the story of the hero or a religious leader. The depth of the such narratives will have a root in the culture as well as a special structure. The narratives revolve around the hero and the villains, and through the deeds, the culture of the particular place or the society will be relived. The hero will always win as he leads the main role in the narratives. Next, we move to the classification of wind in the folklore. The wind and its classification is done according to the direction and the season. Agriculture and the wind are interconnected. The name of a wind signifies the symbolism in the culture. By the calculating a specific time and the quantity of the wind blows, the farmer organize the feed activity accordingly. The classification is done through the experience, through the knowledge that passed from our ancestors. The reason of the classification and their naming are health, crop, daily activities, professions, and the festivals and the celebrations. Next, we move to the wind in a general. Now, first we move to the wind will, we will call as a Suntaragali in Kannada. Normally, it blows in the summertime. It blows in the open air. It causes the distraction in a human habits. It grows as the time passes. It blows with a heavy sound. Next, we can move through the storm. We call as Birugali in Kannada. Normally, it blows throughout the year and it's a dry wind. It causes the distraction in a human habits and it blows especially in the May month. It results in a heavy rain and the flood. Next, we move to the wind names and their significance. West winds is the first. The west wind is the wind which originates in the west and blows to the eastern direction. Consider the middlest and the most favorable condition for all the creatures. The flower will blows and the happiness in the environment. Next, we move to the east winds. East winds in the winds which are originated at the east and blows towards the west direction. This wind has a symbolism in a mythological and the poetry and the literature. East wind brings a hope for a farmer for a good crop, and the common disease is FLU disease in this season. Next, we move through the Ashada winds. Ashada winds are Adi winds in the month of Hindu calendar that corresponds June and the July in a Gregorian calendar. In the Indian national civil calendar, this month is the fourth month of the year, beginnings on the 22nd June and ending on 22nd July. Ashada wind brings with the sun by the entering into the Gemini. It's the first 2 months that comprise of monsoon seasons. The field of the farmer will appear green during the windy days of this month. Next, we move to the Aries Chandra winds. It's about a special wind named as the Aries Chandra. It's not exactly wind, but it's a gentle breeze. A cool air blows from the north to south, from the Malaprabha river side. I had an opportunity to experience this breeze 3 or 4 times and I got of it. The breeze is always refreshing, and sure, it brings the rain within the following 3 days. Just like Aries Chandra, who always give a leave for his word. This wind brings a rain for sure, it's true. Next, we move to the poetry of the wind, we call as a Kumbarana Gali in Kannada. It blows from the south to north. This helps the poet to do his work perfectly. According to the folktale, the poet himself created the wind. When the blows the wind and stop, such made his pots half burned. The name for this special episode of the story, we can observe in the figure. For in the first photo, we can observe the man is preparing the clay, and in second one is the wheel which we'll use to make the pots. Next, the heart of poetry we call as Havige. The poetry is the main of culturing a ceramics body into objects and eating them at highly temperature like 600 degrees Celsius to 1600 degree. It is a bonfire. It includes the reaction and leads to the permanent change, including the increasing the strength and the rigidity of the object. In the first photo, you can observe it's the avige. It has prepared to burn. In next photo, you can observe while when we turn the fire to the avige. In the next photo, you can see when it has burned, completely burned and at a perfect perfect structure for
Pot.
that pot. Next, the procedure. The clay and other ceramic materials will fire at highly temperature, gives then hard form. In the first photo, we can observe that it has completely burnt. It is in the havige. And in second photo also same. But in the last photo is completely perfectly prepared for the market. Next, this is the final stage of the pots, and some traditional lamps are perfectly burnt. And these all are some pots, and some clay materials are ready to go to market. Next, we go to the mythological and the son of Vayu. First, we go to a story of Hanuma. Dasharatha, the king of Ayodhya, does a yaga to have a children. The divine of Yaga appears and hand over the sweet payasam to the king and say him to divide among his 3 wives equally. Dasharatha do so, but the command of the Vishnu, he gives some little bit of payasa to the Vayu, who is the form of Garuda, to give it to the Anjana Devi. Hanumanta, who was named after Vayuputra, is the character in the folk epic Ramayana. According to it, once the monk sage who was sitting in penance in the guise of an hack, the sage gets angry from her action and curses her. And he says the curse will be when the god Lord Shiva born as a child. After drinking payasam, Anjana Devi gave a birth to the Anuma, who was very strong. He was known by the people as the son of Vayu, because Vayu helped to bring payasam to the Anjana Devi. By the devotion towards the Rama, Anuma helps in finding Sita and defying Rama. Next, we move to another story, the story of Bhima. The adventure of the Bhima, the son of Vayu, is in the Mahabharata is also different. Bhima is the son of Lord Vayu who prayed to the Vasu. Once, a Bhima was a small child encountered a tiger while walking in the forest. Seeing that, the terrified the Kunti leaves the baby. Pandu kills the tiger and protects the Kunti. The fight ends in the falling on the borders, as though Bhima was a child to break the borders into the pieces. But Bhima returned back to the Kunti without any harm. As the son of Vayu, he remained as a superhero. Bhima stay as a center character of an epic. Next, we move through the worship of the wind in a folklore. The story about the birth of the air is a mythological script, namely Purana Chudamani. There is a story when Kashyapa Muni's wife Diti was pregnant. Indra cut her womb into the 7 pieces. In one part came as a Vayu. In some tribes, the story goes like this. Once upon a time, the world was heated by the sun, and the sun starts sweating from the heat. He blows the air for himself. This is the wind we have now. In our folk culture, the people worship the wind as Galiyavva, Galavva, Galimarwa. In some villages, the goddesses is worshipped for a wellness of the cattle and the children. Next, we move through the worship of Galimarwa in Nalagunda village. Nalagunda is located in the Davangere, the district of Karnataka in India. It is situated at 32 kilometers away from Davangere, which has both district and sub-district headquarters of Nalagunda village. And Davangere is also famous for benne dosa and a cotton producing factory. This is the ritual will celebrated in Nalagunda village of Galimarwa. The village takes place in the Nalagunda and surrounding village of Davangere. On the festival day, the people take the food from their home and gather in the front of Hanumantappa temple. Under the leadership of the priest, the statue of a Maharama goddesses made with the mud will be erected and the place in the worship. Villagers cook a food and will offer to the goddesses. Then all the boys from the village came together and marched around the statue of the wind, blowing the sound and worshipping at the boundaries of the town and coming back. The male devotees of the village will take goddess's statue in the procession, and the statue is put to the pond or lake inside the village. The belief is that the devotees should not turn back and see the goddesses after leaving the statue. If they look back, the omen will be not good. The food prepared by the villagers and offered to the goddesses will be distributed among the devotees. The belief is that the excess food should be eaten and you should not take back to the home. There is a belief that everything should be emptied out there. Next, we move to the Galimarwa celebration of Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Karnataka is another state and Andhra Pradesh is a state, and this Galimarwa is located in the border of Karnataka and Andhra. There is a national highway of NH 67, and this distance from my place, native place Mandya to the Andhra Pradesh is 437 kilometers. The Galimarwa ritual in Karnataka and Andhra border. The celebration by the devotees of the both Molkanuru, the village of Karnataka, and Rayadurga village of Andhra. It is a celebration of 3 days. The first day is a Ganga Puja. You can see in the slide, it's a Ganga Puja. It's celebrated during the Navaratri season. The second day's celebration is the procession and the decorating the pole called Sidi. You can see in the slide, and this is the procession, and there is one pole is called as a Sidi. Sidi ritual, we also call as a Batte Sidi in Kannada. The devotees worship the pole and keep the wish during the 3 days of celebration. The Sidi worship will done during the evening time. You can see the pole, and that is called as a Sidi. Next, Chitradurga. Chitradurga is a city well connected to Bengaluru, Mysuru, Mangaluru, Davangere, Ballari, Hospete, Shivamogga, Tumkuru, Belgavi, by the road and through the railways both. It's a NH4 and NH3 meets at Chitradurga city. Madrahalli pillow of a national geo mountain at Madrahalli village near Hariyuru has been the National Geographical Monument of India by the Geographical Service of India. There are promotions, maintenance, and of geological tourism. The Chitradurga is also have a famous fort to visit. This is a Galimarwa temple of Chitradurga. It's a Hulikere Taluku, T. Nelayuru village as a temple to the Galimarwa goddesses. The celebration will done annually. Galimarwa of Chandrasekharapura, Ballari. Ballari is a major city in the state of Karnataka, India. It is 307 kilometers from the state capital, Bengaluru, and 351 kilometers from Hyderabad. It has 5 taluks and 104 villages. Kalyana, Karnataka, composed of 6 districts, Ballari is one among them. Ballari is the part of a first Indian commercial flight from Karachi to the Madras on the 15th October 1932 by J.R.D. Tata. Ballari is located near Hampi. This is a Galimarwa of Chandrasekharapura, Ballari. This is a celebration and the procession during the festival time. Chandrasekharapura village, Ulikere Taluku, Chitradurga will be celebrated an annual celebration and the procession of a Galimarwa goddesses in the grand manner. Guddata Puja of Belgaum. Belgaum or Belgaum are officially known as Belgavi. Is the city of Karnataka located in the northern part among the Western Ghats. It is the administrative headquarters of Belgaum division and the Belgaum district. The government of Karnataka has proposed and making the Belgaum as the second capital of Karnataka. Hence, the second state administrative building, Suvarna Vidhana Saudha, was inaugurated on 11th October 2021. The Belgaum has selected in the first place out of 20 cities as one of the 100 Indian cities to develop as a smart city under the PM Narendra Modi flagship, a smart city mission. Belgavi is famous for sweet, that is Belgavi Kunda. That's why the Belgaum is also called as Kunda Nagari. Guddada Puja of Belgavi. The devotees of Sunaguppa village in Bailahongala Taluku of Belagaum, Karnataka. The worship of a hill is very special in this Guddada Puja. The temple do not have any idol. The wind goddesses is worshipped in the form of hill. During the annual worship, the people who keeps wish and during the ritual. According to the ritual, the devotees roll from the bottom of the hill. The devotees will reach the tip of the hill by the rolling. This reaching the top of the hill will be performed with the devotion. The villagers believe that they will reach the top by the curtsy of the goddesses. The people who keeps the worship and complete with the full of their bottom of their heart for the goddesses. The rituals is also performed by the devotees who keeps the wish for a good health of for a kettles and for a good crops. The villagers believe that if the goddesses will be angry, she will curse the village or individual human being. This paper was my dream presentation. For this presentation, I have learned about the wind in the point of folk. I have got the knowledge of the folk and celebrations and the stories. I also planning to visit all the temples which I mentioned above. I thank Dr. Uma and Anahit and Konstanty for supporting me and giving this opportunity. And I also thank CID, UNESCO, and Anahita International Arts Academy. I sincerely thank all the participants who are present in today's session. Thank you. Thank you, Anand.
Thank you, Hima. So nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
Very good. It was very nice presentation. And yes, as you said, you will visit in the future, and it is the purpose of this project. Actually, you people, you have to go study some more, and how it is now in your time. So these are all the again yes, maybe in future after 5 or 10 years we may sit like this again or meet in physical meetings and learn from you how is the progress of the folklore. Okay, all the best. All the best. And thank you so much. It was a very good presentation. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Shrija, are you ready, Shrija? Hello, Shrija. How are you?
Yeah. I'm fine.
Just a moment. Yes. So I will try a slideshow, Shrija, and you please tell me whether it is coming on time or is it slow. Okay, if it is slow, then I will stop slideshow and I will go back to the each and individual slides. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So as usual, this is our folklore preservation project, and I welcome Shrija for this beautiful thought of all of us with CID UNESCO, with the Anahit International Arts Academy, and Janapada Janeiro from Karnataka. So I welcome Shrija for this.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sorry. Slideshow cannot be done. So, okay. So I cannot play, that one was not there. So can you start, Shrija? The mic is
Okay, ma'am.
yours. Yeah. Just a
Namaste, good
moment.
evening.
Just a moment, Shrija. Just give me time. Just a moment. Okay. Just a moment. I will check again. Okay. Shrija is 9th standard student, and she's, as Anahit said before, she's both indoor and outdoor game sports lover, and she is very good at studies, and she is a dancer. Both she does both classical and in Western dance, and she has won a lot of prizes to her school, and she plays Coco, which is a outdoor game, and I think that she plays chess also. So it was a very good topic that she selected, because she is personally a sports person, and both this is about the folk games. So, and she will be talking in detail. Yes, start.
Namaste, good evening, everyone. Myself, Shrija. Before I start, I like to say some few words about my topic, folk sports. In folk culture, people were working hard to earn a living. Sweating in the fields for few days was a common feature in folk life because agriculture was main occupation. Thus, an exhausted body needed an entertainment. As the working pattern were changing according to seasons, there was necessary for in-between breaks for the body. Then, of course, people desire a physical exercise. The way they found was to play different games, then evolved our folk games or sports. Rural sports that people have found are still alive today. These games, which have been in existence since ancient times, are also fairly familiar with ancient folk culture. Young children are more likely to be physically healthy by participating in these games. It is also fosters a competitive spirit among children. The role of folk games. The folk games played by children contributes to their development, learning moral values, learn folklore of a culture as well as in the mental and physical skills for adulthood. Learn about power and luck. Learn humor. Learn to think and find solutions. Learn to make choices. Outlet for often sacred hopes and fears and dreams. Purpose of playing games: to keep tradition alive, to have good health, to be mentally strong, to make life supportive, to develop competitive spirit, to have break from social media, to connect with elder generation, to develop identity, to develop patriotism. History and features of game. Some of the most common prehistoric and ancient gaming tools were made of bone, talus bone. They were also used for oracular and divinatory functions. Shells, stones, and sticks were also used. In ancient time, there was no clear distinction between the sacred and the profane. Games were played during religious setting and developed social bonding. Children and games. No commercial products as board games. Games with props, hopscotch or marbles. Game and toy. Played by children between the ages of 7 and 12. Children's traditional games, also called folk games, passed from child to child, generation to generation, informally by word of mouth. Include physical skill, strategy, chance, repetition of patterns, creativity. Indoor games. Indoor games must be played inside, away from interference of weather, involve a very small play area, limited to single tabletop, considered a sport such as chess, structured games, competitive and physical exercises in a well-sheltered buildings. In a specially constructed an arena or a roofed stadium. Modern time in sport venue such as a gym. India and folk indoor games. In this, we can see 3 photographs. The first one is Shiva and Parvati playing chopper. India. Shakuni playing chopper. Krishna and Radha playing Chaturanga on 8x8 Ashtapada. Paramapadam, Pagade and Chaturanga. Snakes and ladders, Paschasi and chess. We can see 3 photographs and the first one is snakes and ladders. And the second one is noble chess players from Germany. And the third one is an illustration from a Persian manuscript, a treatise of chess. Kavre and symbolism. Role of kavre. Kavade, kavadi shells. The shell is used in jewelry and in other decorative items, such as baskets and wall hangings, commonly used as a medium of exchange, used in divination rituals. In African and American legend, humans belong family of an ocean spirit, symbolize wealth and earth, goddess of protection in the ocean, symbolize destiny and prosperity, humility and respect. Folk outdoor games. Outdoor games refers to play out of doors, most commonly in natural settings. The activities depends on the physical environment. Can be completed individually or collectively. Required activities and landscape. Purposes of physical exercise. General well-being. Spiritual renewal. Loving nature. Modern time sports. Participant need not to be an athlete. Collectivist idea. Extreme physical challenge. Adventure recreation. Chinidandu, tip cat, origin from the Indian subcontinent, over 2,500 years ago, derived from Gathic. Game played using two sticks, one long and the other short, hitting the shorter stick with the longer one. Played with 4 or more players of even number. The points are scored according to the strike of the stick in the mid-air. The UNESCO Advisory Committee and the International Council of Traditional Sports and Games are keen to revive and promote all such traditional sports which are almost dying in the world. Kuntebille, hopscotch, an English court with 11 subdivisions and a plum pudding. The 6th divinized English court with cradle. A typical American court with 10 subdivisions. A popular playground game. Toss a small object called a lagger into numbered triangles, rectangles, outlined on the ground. Hop or jump and scotch through the spaces and retrieve the object. It can be played with several players or alone. Hide and seek. 2 players, usually at least 3. Conceal themselves in a set environment, popular children's game, to be found by one or more seekers. The game is an example of an oral tradition, as it is commonly passed by children. The top, Bugriata, game and process. A spinning top is a toy with a square body and a sharp point at the bottom, designed to be spun on its vertical axis, balancing on the tip due to the gyroscopic effect. Antiquity in solarity. Competitive children games. Some tops have faceted bodies with symbols or inscriptions and are used like dice to inject randomness into games for divination and ritual purposes. Marbles, Goliata, game and purpose. A marble is a small spherical object, often made from glass, clay, steel, plastic. Most commonly, they are about 13 millimeter in diameter, but they may range from less than 1 millimeter to over 8 centimeter. For display purposes, 30 centimeter wide. Nostalgic, aesthetic, and collection desire. Marble players often grow to collect marbles after having outgrown the game. Type, size, conditions, and eye appeal, supply and demand. Ugly and rare marbles valued as those of very fine quality. Condition is king when it comes to marbles. Any surface damage cuts the value. The kite, Galipata, game and purpose. Made of paper, plastic, or cloth, with the help of an airborne flywheel. It is also known as moth. This paper, which is flown by wind pushing from bottom of the sail, regulates the distance and height to which the thread is tied. There is the practice of flying the kite as a game, as a competition, as an art, as a symbol. In many parts of India, kite flying is practiced due to the Capricorn festival. Festival or fair, like the kite festival, takes place. Large-sized culture-born kites are flown in such festivals. A kite competition is also held to reward special kites. Conclusion. Folk sports thus enable children and adults to enjoy recreation, physical exercise, and a competitive spirit. In the technological age, mobile phones, TV, video games have been successfully in attracting children's mind. There is a fear of losing folk sports. The use of such devices can be dangerous, as it can have a serious impact on children's mind. Instead, there is a necessity to spread and popularize futuristic sports, which are more prevalent today than ever before in game pleasing environment. Due to not being considered suitable for academic study or adult attention, traditional games have not only failed to disappear, but have also evolved over time into new versions. I thank CID, UNESCO, Anahit International Arts Academy, and Dr. Huma for giving me this chance to speak in this platform. I like to congratulate Hima Bindu and all other resource persons for previous webinars on Panchabhut. I thank all of you who are present here today. Stay safe, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Shrija. Stay safe and be sportive. Right?
Thank you.
Yes. So it was very nice of you. It was very good presentation. And yes, so the first thing is not to use mobile, right? But it is COVID. What to do? You cannot go out and play. But still, if you have at home, you can play with brother, sister, cousins, and even the hide and seek with your parents, and still carry on with the folk sports. And you can do research and work on it, and do write articles so that preservation will be done. Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. And yes, just 5 to 10 minutes for a quiz program. And Anahit will be presenting her very good presentation. Just waiting for that, Anahit. Yes. So spirits, after quiz program, you will have, everybody will have enthusiasm and they will be crazy.
Thank you so much. I'm waiting.
Okay. Yeah. Children, shall we start? Hima on video. Shrija on video. And Am. Okay. So everyone in this seminar hall, please feel free to answer the questions. Children are going to ask and test everybody's IQ. Yes?
Yes.
Yes, Hima? And you always you were asking, teachers will be asking you people questions. Now you are the masters, quiz masters. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Ready?
Yay.
Yes. And it is specially for birthday girl, Anahit.
As I may see, we're waiting for the sharing the screen.
Yes.
There will be quiz. Last time we did it, we had a lot of fun. It was really very nice. So Hima.
Okay. Yes, quiz time. Okay. So who will ask first? Hima, one question Shrija, and one question myself. Okay?
Okay.
Yes. Can you see the screen? Hima, start.
You just have to opt 2 planets to reach the sun. Who I am?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
2 planets.
Earth.
Oh. Shrija, next question. Read out.
I can rush, I can be still, I can be hot, I can be cold, I can be hard, I can slip through almost anything. What am I?
Gravity.
1, 2, 3,
Water.
4, 5, 6,
Water.
7. Okay.
Water.
Yes. Give me food, I will grow and thrive. I cannot see here. It's closed. Okay, can anyone see it? I cannot see, that is the thing. This is disturbing. Okay.
Feel.
Give me water, give me food, I will grow and thrive. It is fire. Yes, sorry. Okay, next slide. Yes, Shrija, Hima Bindu.
The fight between watermelon or an apple, who can fall faster to the earth, which you think will
Tegil.
eat the ground first? Apple? No.
Cebu.
5. Okay.
Both.
Apple.
Oh, same.
No.
Yes, I was right. Both of them.
Yes.
The gravitation is the same for everyone.
Shrija, next.
You can neither see me nor catch me. Who am I?
Air.
1,
Air.
2, 3.
Air.
Air.
Akasha.
Wind. Yes, we're right. Woo. People, be active. It seems like we're only 2 people here. We have many
Yes.
people inside. Be active. Don't be shy.
Yes. A rich farmer called his 3 sons and told them, whoever filled this room, the fullest would inherit his land. The eldest son bought straw and could still not fill it. The middle son tried with sticks and leaves and also failed. The third son brought match and candle and light candle. 1, 2, what did he do? 5, 6, 7, 8. No, cannot
Heat,
see that.
fire.
Yeah. So next slide. Hima Bindu.
Which weighed more? A ton of concrete or a ton of cotton?
Both way same.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Both
6, 7, 8,
Cotton.
9, 10. Same weights.
Both.
Same weight.
Yes. Shrija.
What is broken when you speak?
Anahit. You know this.
Air. When we speak it. The trust. No? Silence.
Silence.
First, think of the color of the mountain stream. Next, think of the color of the snow. Now, think of the beautiful sunset at a beach. Now, quickly answer this. What do buffaloes drink?
Not
1,
milk.
2, 3,
Or
4,
water.
5, 6.
Most of the people are answering the
Yeah.
question milk, but indeed it's the water.
Yes. So next, Hima Bindu.
What runs from Delhi to Mumbai without moving?
Air,
Road.
wind. No.
The road.
Without
Yeah.
moving. Yeah.
Shrija.
I can run, but I don't have any legs. I can fall, but I don't get hurt. I have mouth, but I don't talk. I have head, but I never have headaches. Who am I?
1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Coin. River.
The river. Darkness hates me. Touch me, I hurt you, but you cannot do without me.
Fire,
One.
light.
Fire. Yes, heat. Okay, next.
The scientists are used that this planet has a life forms. Which is it? Mars?
1, 2,
Earth.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Earth.
Yeah, birthday girl. Prize. Yes.
Not that much. We have failed a lot. Let's be fair.
It's okay. You're just born today. No worries. Shrija, next question.
The more there is, the less you see. What am I?
1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The darkness. Yeah. It is impossible for me to be created. I can never ever be destroyed. I can only change form. What am I?
Water.
Water.
Energy.
Energy.
Oh, okay.
So,
White
Hima
fish-
Bindu.
White fishes in a blue ocean. Who am I? Stars.
Yeah, you asked the question and master only answered. Quiz master. No prize for you.
Bravo, Hima.
Shrija.
What can't you hold for long? Through it is as light as air.
1, 2, 3, and 4, 5,
Breathing.
6, 7, 8, 8. Yes.
Queen.
I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I?
Sound.
Wind. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind.
Wind.
Sound.
Sound.
Hijo. Sound. Yes. Hijo is a Greek word, by the way. It means
Okay.
sound.
So that is the end of the quiz. Thanks for
End of the
participating,
quiz.
everyone. Yes. So children, it was a surprise for them too. Even they didn't know what was the question, right? Shrija and Hima Bindu, they got, that was nice. And yeah, that is the end of today's, from our side, the paper presentations, or the kind of gathering or the making it more fun and more informative. So next is Anahit Saribekkhan. We are waiting. Please go ahead. And all people around here, please welcome her. And she will be very good orator. She is a very good orator. She is very expressive. And yes, please listen to her. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Uma.
Floor is yours.
Your words are precious for me. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. To tell you, in order to follow all the sessions, you may go to anahit.org, Uma Folk, and you can see all our sessions, follow them, and forward all your questions to Miss Uma. Miss Uma, write in the chat, please, one more time your email so people can copy and be in touch with you. This is very important, super important. You have done a huge job since September till November. You were doing you were creating all the skeleton for this project, preservation of folk art, that was mostly about Hindu religion and had to do with folk art, which people do not know that much. They are more visually, they could see like classical Indian dances or Bollywood. For internationally, Bollywood is very like popular. Bollywood is based on Bhangra, which is Punjabi culture, and people do not differ. They see Indians and Indian dance and they don't know what is it, and they say, oh, it's an Indian dance. No, it has variety. It is super rich. Person has to be born 1,000 times in order to understand the culture of your country, to be closer, and it's not enough time. Lifetime is not enough to realize how rich the history is, and based on the history, the coded information that is given to people through culture, through art, that subconsciously copies the nature. We worship the nature. We worship the nature through dance since ancient times. It is now that became an art on the stage. We create shows, choreographies, etc. But all these shows and choreographies are based on folk art, and the folk art is based on ethnography. And ethnography is based on the religion, the beginning of the religion. And all the nations had many, many gods in the beginning of their foundation. So what about my lecture? It's a Tower of the Wind. That is in the Athens city in Greece, and it was made 200 years before Christ. Let me share you. I was living in Greece like for 5 years, and I could not imagine that this tower is carrying that much information. I've passed through near it, and I was looking at it as an art, as an ancient tower, etc. But I did not know how deep has the meaning of it. And I found out about the deep meaning of this tower totally in another country, when I went to the dance center of Sufi Dancers. And I found out that one of the center of Sufi dances was this tower used during Ottoman Empire. But what it was in ancient times, I will tell you right now. So, Tower of the Winds, this presentation, this lecture, this, I can say, scientific work, I have made in 2016. All this work I have done in 2016, and it was presented during the World Congress on Dance Researches in Athens city. If you may see upstairs is the Acropolis, the famous ancient city full of temples, mostly for the worshipping goddess Athena. And down is the ancient city, ancient part, and this is the Tower of the Winds. So this work is about the reflection of the universe in human beings' acts. Eternal return towards endless creation looks like a dance rotating in time and space. The sculptures of 8 winged gods on the ancient Tower of the Winds in Athens, in Greece, made me to write this work. Their rotation in circle, their characteristics and actions inspired me to create the choreography of 8 winds. It was a great pleasure for me to transfer known from ancient times nature's expression on the stone, wind, onto dance, and thus discover and define much deeper the meaning of circle, rotation, time, and space through wind movement and philosophy. By the way, I would like to tell you one more thing. Since ancient times, people knew a very interesting thing on the subconscious level. There are dances on circles, right-going dances and left-going dances. The right-going dances, if you look at them from the upside, you can see that they are rotating opposite the clock, opposite the time, which means it goes to the eternity, which means it takes the people and their energy, their thoughts, their future, it brings to the eternal understanding. Left-going dances, they were dedicated to death. They were dedicated to ancestors, and they were connecting us with ancestors. Left-going dances in all nations, if you pay attention, they always end with the right foot, which means there is a hope. If something is dying, it must have the beginning. It goes left and 1 step right. Can be 2 steps left, 1 step right. And this vibration, 2 ahead, 1 behind, 2 forward, 1 back, has all the nations in their folk art. It is reflecting exact vibration of the planets. This was discovered by astronomists. It is reflecting the vibration and the movement of Earth. It is reflecting the movement of the solar system, which means planets around the sun. We're also, when we're dancing the folk dances, we are whirling, rotating around the center. And the center, we imagine the center. We know where is the center and we rotate, and it is the sun, by the way. And also we rotate around ourselves. So this is the interesting part of this. Let me turn on some videos so it will be interesting for you to watch and observe. And sorry. Regarding all these interesting, how to say, indeed, if we pay attention on to what we have now and what we had before, we just copy it and may put it into a smaller part. Tower of the Winds, it's an ancient application of Athens city. Applications, app are softwares, programs through what people organize their time in space. We had and used them since ancient times, and during the evolution, human being managed to constrict them into a small device that occupied before white space. Before they were not electronic, but were made from stones or from other natural products. Sorry, please. So one of the ancient so-called smartphone device was ancient Roman agora in Athens city. This old market has the same applications that we have now inside our smartphones. It had Facebook, it had Instagram, it had Cloak, it had, and one of it was the Tower of the Wind. I've studied one of the apps in Roman Agora, a big connection with dance in space and time. So Tower of the Winds by itself is a really choreography. It's a music and very artistic expression, the reflection of the nature. We do not need even to think too much, and we never create new. We need to be more closer to nature. Thus, we will manage always to copy the ideas of the creator. All rights are reserved and the copyrights belong to God. This is what I'm always saying. Tower of the Winds, best preserved ancient building in Athens, Greece, unique ancient application that showed the time, weather, direction of the wind, and the type of the wind by itself. It is an octagonal marble. Octagonal means 8 angles. Marble clock tower was constructed in 2nd century before Christ in Hellenistic period with rich technological achievements and innovations. Its creator was Andronicus of Girchus, who was the first that demonstrated the existence of 8 winds, but not 4. The hallmark of the tower are the 8 wind gods, dedicated as winged male figures hovering and moving from left to right in the same direction. Their differences are seen in their age, dresses, and attribute symbol held in their hands. That shows the property of the particular wind in a very artistic way. These wind god sculptures indicate the effect of each wind on the weather over the different seasons. The names of the winds are engraved on a plain band above the figure. So let's see them, because each of them are very beautiful. By the way, one by one, I did all the photographies. Anemi, the 8 winds. Anemi, the word in Greek means wind. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So let's start from the north, the most unloved by Greeks, north wind, Boreas or Voreas. So was the Greek god of the cold north wind and the bringer of winter with warm clothes against the cold, holding a conch which indicates the howling of the wind. His name meant north wind or devouring one. Boreas was very strong with a violent temper to match. Sorry, I will take some water. Northeastern wind. In the ancient times, it was called Aikias. Okaikias was the Greek deity of the northeast wind. He's shown as a bearded man with a shield full of hailstones, and his name derives from the Greek kakia, meaning is badness or evil. And eastern wind, Apeliotes, was the Greek deity of the southeast wind, as this wind was thought to cause a refreshing rain, particularly beneficial to farmers. He is often depicted carrying fruit, draped in a light cloth, concealing some flowers or grain. Southeastern wind, Evros, the folds of whose garments indicate heavy clouds, terrible storm, humidity, and haze bringer. South wind, Notos, or Notos. The south wind was associated with desiccating hot wind after midsummer and was thought to bring the storms of late summer and autumn. He was feared as a destroyer of crops and depicted with water pouring from his picture. On another hand, loved by farmers, brings smooth, continuous rains, holding a vessel that empties, carefully watering the earth. Southwest wind, Lips, was the Greek deity of the southwest wind. He was often portrayed as a young man holding a ship's stern post because the southwest wind blew straight into the harbor of Piraeus, preventing ships from sailing. Favorite tailwind of sailors as it was pushing the boat to its destination. West wind, Zephyrus, who was the Greek god of the west wind, the gentlest of the winds. Zephyrus is known as the fruitifying wind, the messenger of spring with flowers, signifying a mild light breeze. It was thought that Zephyrus lived in a cave on Thrace. Northwest wind, Skiron, is depicted as a bearded man tilting a cauldron, indicating that the northwest wind dries up vegetation and represents the onset of winter. And of course, this part do not exist for now, but it had the triton up of the wind. So this figure on the top was the weather vane that showed with its stick on its hand the direction of the wind. And so you can see time, direction, and rotation in dance. Dance is a creation of an abstract geometry in space. One more minute, please let me to drink water because it's dry. So dance is a creation of an abstract geometry in space. The dance of wind gods are rotations on or straight line whirling, and thus they create an abstract geometry in space. Ancient prayer dances, circularly whirling dance of the dervishes or Sufi rotations, Zeybeki that has the Greek traditional folk dance, pirouettes, and all kind of national, classical, or contemporary rotations. They copy the movement of the planets, as I have told in the beginning of this lecture. Besides spinning around its axis, they may make a dance in a circle, which as around the sun, or an abstract imagined center. Wind gods on the Tower of the Winds rotate in a circle, and the center of them is the triton around which they rotate, and who shows the direction of the movement for those small 8 planets. Let me turn on one more time the video, because the video contains super interestingly correct moments, and you can catch with your eyes what I have in the pictures. So all we human beings do is the reflection of the movement of something much bigger inside what we are. Subconsciously, we always copy the dance of planets. All the galaxies move, whirl and dance in a circle as planets inside them, as winds inside a planet, as people inside the wind. This has its name, and it's called the fractal reality, about what I have written in my some other works regarding circle and ancient dances. Rotation and circle dances have all nations from east to west in their very important holiday ceremonies. In ancient times, people were more closer to the nature. They could feel, see, and hear the vibration of the Mother Earth, and thus they were living, moving, and acting unison with it. I'm talking about this moment and making an accent because this lecture was written for European people. European people, you know, they are much far from nature, and they don't realize the life is more materialistic, more in another way. They have other values than some nations that are keeping ancient culture, like India. And of course, creating our movement in space, we create the time or do it in a certain minutes, defining the rhythm, story, feeling that we spread, and the meaning that we distinctly carry. Whirling and rotating, we as well show the time, the clock, and thus does the Tower of the Winds, with its winged gods moving clockwise. Circle or whirling ancient symbols, dances can move towards right or left, as I told you, and each of them has its meaning and its philosophy.
Honey?
Another great big philosophy regarding circles, whirling time and space, give us Lakota medicine. Will for what I have written totally another work, and is the communication of Tower of the Wind, the Tower of the Winds work. Lakota medicine, just Google it like that, Lakota medicine, and you will find out totally another philosophy totally on the other part of the planet. It is proved that symbol world carries not only philosophy, but also a great power through what it will be possible to control the elements of the earth and guide for life in the direction that we need. Ancient people had this knowledge, but nowadays religious leaders hide all it, and from real information towards God and Creator, they left only the fear to be able to manipulate the mass as slaves. Ancient knowledge is the proof beyond the disproof. We make business, make ourselves busy, run after emptiness that results the stress and negative. All this negative we give to water, returns back to the human being. Our last lectures were about water as well. And why I'm talking about water, you will find out now, because Tower of the Wind has to do with it. Water is the link through which the universe manages processes on Earth. These processes eternally return and do cycles. Besides the sun clock, Tower of the Winds had a water clock as well. So besides showing the wind, direction of the wind, kind of the wind, the Tower of the Wind had a sun clock, and when the sun was closed by clouds, it had inside a water clock as well. So devastating floods and storms are the release of water, negative information from the people as a result of our activities. Anger, war, jealousy, etc., do have consequences for humanity. All reflects on us, not only the impurities, viruses, and such dangers as sometimes the water that we drink, but first of all, the information with which we endow it. As the water has structure information field, it is the ability of its molecules form clusters, the structure of which is coded information about the interactions that occurred or occurring which the water sample. All we give returns back, and thus we face again with the circle rotation whirling of nature in space and time. Perceiving the incoming information from various external influences encodes it and changes its field. Even untalent thought thrown into the air under the pressure of strong emotion can catch the water. Its clusters can catch this information. That is why people pray in dance or through dance, thus cleaning the space for the positive future. So Dervish dancers in Tower of the Winds. During the lifetime, the Tower of the Winds was used for several purposes or abandoned at all. We are lucky to have it nowadays. The only period when it was used as a dance hall was on Ottoman Empire period. The tower was used as a center of Sufi dances, and here were praying Dervish dancers. Tower of the Wind was taken as a tekke for the Mevlevi dervishes in 1700 after the Christ. Tolerant to degree comparable with the Bektashis, they allowed infidels to attend their public performances. Performances were forbidden at that period. Dance was forbidden at all in all over the Ottoman Empire, in Greece also. But this was the only place where the dance was allowed at that period. It was so-called one of the sections of the whirling dervish dancers in the Ottoman Empire. The center of what was and still is working in the Istanbul city, in the Turkey. But Sufi dancers and Sufi dance by itself was born in Persia. It's a Persian philosophy, it's a Persian art, and it was spread through all over the world. Dance of Eight Winds, abstract monumental dance. This is my style of choreography. I am reviving ancient or Byzantine period dances from sculptures. As you may see, as you could see, the Tower of the Wind, and each wind was like dancing in the air, in the wind. So these sculptures, these figures were taken and put it into dance. Such kind of action, we have sat with my parents and did an analysis, and we understood that my dances are abstract monumental dances. It's an ethnic dance, the subtle interweaving of history and modernity. Every gesture is a symbol, every movement is an image. Each element is an appeal to the great ancient culture. Ancient rites, pagan chronicles, and subtle sense of a history and roots are a source of inspiration for the birth of abstract monumental stage dance choreography. Eclectic approach that brings back the ancient art through symbols and monumental status is the mission of my choreography. Dance of Eight Winds is the soft wobbling to strong movements of shaking and whirling monumentally in abstract way reflects the dances from Boreas, north wind, to Skiron, including the leading, but in the same time unseen tritons actions. As music is taken the beautiful composition Eight Winds by Socrates Sinopoulos quartet. It's easy. If you look at this Tower of the Wind, it's just like a dance by itself. Really, all these wind sculptures, they are like dancing in the space, in the time, their movement, their costumes, what they are carrying. It is already a dance by itself. And the triton on the up, movement of the triton was like a dance. Nothing new. I just took all these 8 winds, 8 characters, and the 7th one was a woman. around the world, they were whirling, all these men with different, I don't have the video. I don't want to show the video because the copyrights, I'm very afraid of the copyrights. People start to copy and put them like it's their idea. It's unique work done for a very long time. The result was shown in 2016, but I spent a year of research, especially on this subject, in order to bring it out, all this information, and collect it and make it one. I hope you liked it. This was my lecture about wind. Thanks so much for your attention.
No, it was very, very nice and very timely. You have spoken on Tower of Winds, because children nowadays, they are traveling a lot, right? In future, they go to other countries for studies. So they will know how we are telling about India, and see in our presentation, you will see a map and how to come to there from Bangalore to how many kilometers. So this is specifically we are including that part also, so that if the visitor from outside, they will know where to go, how to see, and everything. The same thing. So we are very new to European culture. We study in geography, we know the places, but in depth, the Greece is a so ancient civilization like India. In all the Panchabhutas, we see comparative goddess with Greece. So it was a very good, timely, and very nice presentation, Anahit. It has, I think I have given you, the time was very little for you. It was a one seminar time for you. It is a 2-3 hour seminar. And if it is possible, then please do this for Indian folk people. So I think in future we will plan like that. And it is really very good for dance, for architecture, and for the philosophy. It is a very good, this one. It was very nice. Thank you.
So
Really,
much, Dr. Thank you.
it was really nice. It was really nice. And doing research on that, even taking each and every part of the tower, go there, understanding it from your point of view. It's really amazing. Amazing, Anahit. It is really very nice research you have done.
Amazingness
And
belongs to ancient people,
yes,
how sensitive they were,
yes,
and how with the senses they understood that they are not
yes,
4 winds, there are 8 winds.
yes,
They give them character, they sculptured them in a beautiful way.
yeah.
And you just look at them and you have an understanding what wind it is. And if we had a triton, even now when you go, you can see what time is it. If we had a triton, we could know what wind we have. But nearby buildings have tritons, because every building had a triton. So through that tritons, you can understand what wind it has. And by the way, regarding visiting the countries, if you visit, whenever you will visit Athens city, the first thing that you have to do, young generation, I mean, has to go to the Archaeological Museum of Athens city. This is the first thing. The second thing is to go to the Acropolis Museum and then go to Acropolis. Because these museums give so much information. You can find the tools of doctors that are 2000 before Christ, 3000 before Christ. They are more advanced than now time tools of doctors for operation. It's just a crazy thing. Chayarani,
yes, Chayarani,
I can see that there are some hands
raising. Chayarani, do you have any question? Hello, Chaya Rani, the hand is raised. Okay, you please continue, Anahit.
This is all that I wanted to tell you. And I did nothing. I just took it out from the hidden, from the very, very hidden place. And this information, I think, must be spread because people are passing near this tower. They see just the Tower of the Wind, and that's all. The description of this wind is written, but I don't know, so much busy making photos and making themselves selfies, etc. But the deep understanding of why this tower was made and how sensitive people were, and they worship the nature. They had this understanding and they carried this, left it on the stone. And really, the ancient agora, if you see, it's like a big smartphone full of applications. If you look at it at upper side, it has Facebook, it has Instagram, it has Amazon, it has clock, wind, weather, Google, everything. On the stone, in the space, much bigger. It's the same understanding. But we put it, made it small from stone, it went into one small device and we're using. The functions are the same, people are the same, way of thinking are the same, acting are the same. So at that time, they had more philosophical approach towards, if you go to ancient Agora means bazaar. Bazaar, it's an Indian name, right? Bazaar, where people were selling, buying stuff. Thing is that it's very beautifully designed with sculptures, with place of people were making philosophies during the bargaining and making philosophies, talking about clouds, sun, behavings, look, design of the cloth in such an aristocratic way. It was not like now running after the money. It was not like now at all. You go there and you feel the atmosphere, how people were living, and you want to go back into that mood and into that way of understanding the life, because people were enjoying their time in the space, and their time was precious. Their time belonged to them, not to others, and they were enjoying their life. And they were looking beautiful due to that, because their thoughts were pure. This is all.
Very nice. Very nice. I think it was a very good Shrija, Hima Bindu. So please do study and know about all these things. Okay, you people like to know, right? Google it, and please. And she has given her email address and her contact also. Any question, anything on that, she is, please feel free to ask her. And she is really very, she has so much of knowledge about dance and culture, the language. She's all-rounder. We can say she's an all-rounder. And please do feel free and please ask her the questions, email her. And there is a time difference between India and her place. So according to her time, she will answer you back. She likes children very much. She does a very good choreography for children. You should see her choreographies. Please go to YouTube's, because they have written, right? They like to dance Western. Understand from that. This is a chance that we have come together, whole world, and even Dr. Constantine, Anahit, CID on the whole. So that's why please understand. In the last episode, you please understand that CID is such a big umbrella, such a big institution, and it works with the United Nations morals and values. It's not just an institution. It has the morals and values of United Nations and each and every person under this institution. We are aiming towards to hold the rights of human being, and not they think that, oh, this is great or this is low or nothing like that. They have given chance to talk about folklore. They are telling that we know India only through classical dance, but we didn't know so much. So they are very free, open-minded, liberal institution. Please make very good use of it, and please understand um, the what is motto, what we say motto of the institution. And feel free, you can write to Mr. Constantine, Anahit, and they're truly and with heart, they'll explain everything. To make use of this opportunity, please grow further. Okay, the young children are very much, because we had such a in our age, during our time, we had our own chances. We took the chance. That's why we are like this today. So you have to have chance like that. It is not COVID or any reason, like no excuses. Whatever you have, make it the best out of it, and surely you will grow with that. Okay. So she has given very good lecture. See, everybody is coming forward. For children, all of us will come forward to share our knowledge and what we have experienced. This is a very good experience for you all. And thank you, Anahit and Sir Constantine, sir. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for being with us. It was very supportive program. And see, children, for them, even I was having such dreams of bringing children forward to show them what is the world. So, and their parents and all people here, they have supported me a lot. So it is a really very successful the project we have. Yes. And so now, sir, do you want to say something, Constantine, sir, so that we can move on to the resource persons, so they will tell their own experiences next? Just 2 to 3 minutes each person.
I'm just having a question. You see, the position of winds is resembling between India and ancient Greece. But when we think of the breath, then we don't have, I think, the equivalent of the Christian part of it. But the Christian part of it, breath is the spirit, which goes from one place to another and inspires people. I don't know if something equivalent exists in the oceanic Indian culture. It's a question for you, Dr. Uma.
Breath in spirit, you are telling, right? But yeah. I have seen this in, especially when I was writing about ASEAN, Burma and other countries, they have this spirit. They call it as spirit. They won't call it as God. They call it a spirit. And even Hima Bindu, in her, this one, there are some spirit Gali Deva. We call them as wind ghosts. So, but this breath and understanding it as prana, it is morely from Vedas and what we call it as the classic or elite culture. We have to say like that. So they thought that it as which makes us live. There is one, there was no time, just I was waiting for some time to tell this story. When all the gods, we have so much of gods in our human body, like energy, we can call it as energy. Other than Panchabhutas, we have gods. So when there was a discussion between Prana and the other gods, that when each and everyone started coming out of our body, the human body, each one, they started coming out, then nothing has happened to body. It remained calm and it was living. Then in the last, the wind, the prana started coming out of it. But when it started coming out of human body, all the other gods, they just blew away. So only prana is the chief element of human living that makes us to live. So spirits, we have a spirit as maybe, I don't think, I haven't studied about that in the classical art, but in folk culture, yes, they have. I think Chaya, she will know it better. She has done a very good research on it. Chaya, are you there? So I'll give her this question. Chaya? Chaya. So ಅವ್ರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇವಾಗ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗಾಳಿ ದೆವ್ವಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ, ಸೊ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ?
ಗಾಳಿ ದೆವ್ವಗಳು ಮೇಡಮ್, ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಫೋಕ್ಲೋರ್ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆ ಹೇಳ?
ಎರಡು ಹೇಳಿ.
ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಅದು ಮಾನಸಿಕ ಅಸ್ವಸ್ಥ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ದೆವ್ವ ಅನ್ನೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಾನಸಿಕ ಅಸ್ವಸ್ಥದಿಂದ ದೆವ್ವ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಜಾನಪದೀಯವಾಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ದೆವ್ವ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ದೇವ್ರನ್ನ ನಂಬುವಂತ ಜಾನಪದರು ದೆವ್ವವನ್ನ ಸಹ ನಂಬ್ತಾರೆ. ದೆವ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತ ಆಚರಣೆಗಳು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಗಾಳಿ ದೆವ್ವಗಳು ಒಂದು. ಅಮಾವಾಸ್ಯೆ ಹುಣ್ಮೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಾಟ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಜಾನಪದರದು. ಹುಣಸೆ ಮರದ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ದೆವ್ವ ಉಸಿರು ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಸಾಯಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನಂತ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ನಮ್ ಜಾನಪದ.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಸರ್, ವಾಟ್ ಶಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್,
ಹಸಿ ಮೈನ ಬಾಣಂತಿ ಅಥವಾ ಮೈನದಂತ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ದೆವ್ವದ ಕಾಟ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ನಮ್ ಜಾನಪದರಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತೆ ಕೆಲವು ಆಚರಣೆಗಳು ಸಹ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರ ಹಂಗೆ ಕಳ್ಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪೊರ್ಕೆನೋ ಚಪ್ಲಿನೋ ಇಜಿಲು ತುಂಡೋ ಕಬ್ಬಿಣದ ತುಂಡೋ ಏನೋ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರೋಂತ ಒಂದು ಆಚರಣೆ.
So what she was telling about the spirits, what you asked, that scientifically it is proven as a kind of psychological problem. So there is nothing spirits like that. So but in folklore, she says, after the post delivery time, for some time they won't send such women to near the tamarind tree or any other near pond or some places, and they think that the spirits will live there, and they will be waiting for such, they will be weak in the body, maybe that they will catch hold of such weak or such people, and reaching puberty girls, they won't send such children to some places. If they are really they have to go, means they will give a broom in the hand or a charcoal or one slipper or the sandals, and they will let them go. In folklore, yes, they have the belief that spirits are there, but in classic art, they do not have any belief like that. We will say it as the prana, but yes, some historical yeah, some cases are there, and they believe that they will beat such people who behave like that with the neem branch. So spirits are, they'll say it as the gali, the wind has caught her. So is this your question? Is that was the question that you asked?
Not exactly, but there is another point which is common, because in our religion, in Christian religion, it's believed that those spirits exist, bad ones, good ones, and so on. My question was more on the conception of a spirit of God which flows to people and inspires them. I don't know, we call it Holy Spirit in Christian.
Holy Spirit.
Yeah, I don't know if there is something equivalent in the
Indian culture.
Indian spirituality.
Oh, okay. That means we have holy spirits like Yaksha and Gandharva concept are there. They are the gods, or there are so many clans or stages, or the Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma. They are in the upper level. Then comes Yaksha Gandharva. We cannot say them as fairy or angels, but we have a level called Yaksha and Gandharva and Apsara, and these are all. But I told you about Marut. Here I will tell these Maruts are wind. These Maruts are aggressive winds. They are not gods. They are aggressive winds. But the Indra will adopt them. They are the adopt them and use them for the war, it seems. Because they are so aggressive, they have steel teeth, and they have some weapons, and they are very strong wind. Maruts, they are called Maruts. They are 27 to more than 60 Maruts. And they are wind negative kind of, who has a aggressive kind of behavior in them. So we have that. We have Maruts like that. That's what I studied for now, but I will write down and I will try to understand that, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So next I'll call upon all the resource persons, just one by one. Please, all of you, please switch on the video. Just have your experiences, please.
Excuse me, from Honduras, one question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hi, how are you, everybody? Thank you so much for the opportunity, Doctor. My name is Hima Bindu from Honduras, an ambassador of the culture. Namaste. A director, president from the National Ballet from Honduras. My question is, do you study all the specific things for this region, for North America, Central America? What is the influence from this area from the world? I know it is specific for the Europe, Asia. This specific method and theory. But do you study for this area? What is the projection what is the specific thing for this area, for Central America, North America, South America. I don't know if you contemplate or study one thing for this area. Thank you so much, and hello from everyone. Maybe it's possible to give the document and the specific thing for the document. Give it to us. Again, thank you so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate. I really honor. This is really honor for us. This is the first time from Honduras, and this is the first time from the one country from Central America to give you the opportunity. Maybe one day you come to Honduras and participate in someone Congress, someone thinks about. Thank you for the CID, for the International Congress, and all the college, all the dancer, the choreographer, director, and to give you the opportunity from Honduras. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank you, sir.
And namaste, all the person that give it help to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Please, all of you, please switch on the videos. Okay, so this was our project, and first was Earth, and I will start with all of them. Chetana, Dr. Chetana. Chetana, are you there? No, she's not there. Chaya, she is not there, is it? Illavaru?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್.
Okay.
ಅರ್ಧದವ್ರು ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕೆಂಪಮ್ಮವರು ಇಲ್ಲ.
Oh, okay. So Mangala madam. Yeah, Mangala madam. She's vice president of Janapada Janeradu, and she's here today. She has done MA in Kannada and Masters in Education, and she has done PhD in Kannada. And she has the KES Karnataka exams. She has taken it, and she is now working as the assistant director of Akshara Dasoha Vibhaga. We'll say it's a school, and each and every village for them, they will go to each and for the development of each village. It comes under, I think, Mangala, it comes under Ministry of Education, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. And she has children who are very active. One is national basketball player, and her father is the Bhudakalegalu. We say it. Hello?
Surveyor.
Surveyor. Yes. And after now she's very busy, and she's doing a lot of work towards the village improvement and development, and through folk and folklore. She understands folklore in her own way. That is the most amazing. When I was talking to her, she has that kind of enthusiasm, and she is perfectly suited for the vice presidentship of women folklorist, and she will explain all of you about the association in future, if there is anything that we can do with that association. And the women now who talked here, and the children, they were the children of that folklorist women organization. So Mangala, do you have anything? Please, you can share now, because so many people are not here. So you can talk on behalf of Janapada Janeeru, please.
Good evening, everyone. There's a popular saying that genuine roots of culture lies in folk. I, Sanmati, a proud Janapada Jane, present here to brief about our association. Firstly, folklore is an important part of evolution of human society and coexistence. It is an embodiment of culture and repository of various aspects of a community, especially of rural life in harmony with nature. In modern world, folk culture is losing its relevance and may soon become oblivion, which is a matter of great concern. And hence, it's the responsibility of all of us to preserve the folk culture. With the objective of preserving folk culture, Janapada Janeeru came into existence. Janapada means folklore, and Janne refers to women, nothing but women folklorists. It's an association working for preserving the folk culture. The association was started on 13th of September 2019 with the mission epitomized in the tagline Janne Nadige Desi Kadige, which means women take the path towards rural life. With this thought, some of the events held to adopt the long-lasting traditions are organizing cultural programs and activities with the motto of communicating the values of folk culture to young generation in order to create a sense of pride about their cultural heritage. Felicitating resource persons and folklorists for their contribution towards folk culture annually, who are around us in women category. In the year 2019, Sobane Puttama, a folk singer from Malvali. In the year 2020, Sobane Sakama, a folk singer from Kerpet. In the year 2021, Janapada Vaidya Jayamma from Mandya. Also conducted state-level symposium in collaboration with Karnataka Janapada Academy, Yakshagana Academy, and Karnataka Sangha. Organized competitions on folk proverbs and riddles in Mandya local colleges to create a great interest on oral traditions. Open theatre program in collaboration with Karnataka Bayalata Academy, that is a folk theatre, Malayali Penkutti in Kilara village, Mandya. There was a big setback due to pandemic. Despite this, Sobane Sakama, a folk singer from Kerpet, was felicitated. Due to continued pandemic situation, associations started conducting online programs like weekly talks on weekends, and members were encouraged to present their research works. Some notable talks are Janapada Krushi Mahile by Dr. R.P. Chaya, Nudi Namana on Dalit poet Siddhalingaya by Dr. Mangala S.C. and G. Usharani. Nudi Namana on folk scholar Rajay Gowda by Dr. Kempama and Dr. Devika. Also actively participating in webinar series, and one to mention is under the International Dance Council CID. On to the conclusion, we are determined towards our mission and moving forward with positive attitude to reach a milestone in our journey. I thank each and everyone present here for giving this opportunity to put forth our notion about folklore. With this, I'm signing off.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks. So, anything? Yes, please.
ಸೇರಿಸ್ಬೋದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಯೂ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ,
ಪ್ಲೀಸ್.
ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳನ್ನ ತಿಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಗುಡ್ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್. ಜಾನಪದ ಪಥ ಗತ, ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತ ಮತ್ತು ಅನಾಗತ ಪಂಚಭೂತ ಪರಿಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಉಮಾರ್ ಅವರ ಕನಸು ಜಾನಪದ ಜನ್ಯ ಮನಸ್ಸುಗಳ ಶುಭ ಮಿಲನದಿಂದ ವೆಬಿನಾರ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಅನಾಹಿತರ ಬೆಂಬಲದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಸಾಕಾರಗೊಂಡಿದೆ ಅನ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. ಪಂಚಭೂತ ಪರಿಕಲ್ಪನೆಯೇ ವಿಶಿಷ್ಟ ಆದಂಥದ್ದು. ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಜಲ, ಅಗ್ನಿ, ವಾಯು, ಆಕಾಶ, ಭೂಮಿ. ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕವಾಗಿಯೂ ಕೂಡ ಮಾನವನ ಶರೀರವು ಪಂಚಭೂತ ತತ್ವಗಳಿಂದಲೇ ಕೂಡಿದೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಅಂಶವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿಸಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಭೂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಣ, ಅಂಶ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಈ ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದೇನಾಗಬಹುದು ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಿಂದೇನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ತಿಳಿಯುವಂಥದ್ದು ಬಹುಮುಖ್ಯ. ಈ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಎಪಿಸೋಡ್ಗಳು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿ ಈಗ 5ನೇದು ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾಗಿ ಮೂಡಿಬಂದಿದೆ. ಈ 3 ತಿಂಗಳ ಅವಿರತ ಪರಿಶ್ರಮ ಸಾರ್ಥಕ್ಯ ಕಂಡಿದೆ. ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಉಮಾರ್ ಅವರ ತಾಳ್ಮೆ, ಸಹನೆ, ಬದ್ಧತೆ, ಇಚ್ಛಾಶಕ್ತಿ ಅನನ್ಯವಾದಂಥದ್ದು. ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಜಾನಪದ ಜನೆಯರು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ಸದಾವಕಾಶ ನೀಡಿ ಬಳಗದ ಸದಸ್ಯರಿಗೆ ವಿಷಯ ಮಂಡನೆಗೆ ಆಹ್ವಾನಿಸಿ, ಮಂಡನೆಗೆ ಸೂಕ್ತ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಕಲ್ಪಿಸಿ ಸುವರ್ಣ ಸೇತುವೆಯಾಗಿ ವೆಬಿನಾರ್ನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಹಾಗೂ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾದಂತಹ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನ ಅರ್ಪಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಬಳಗದ ಪದಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಾದಂತಹ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೆಂಪಮ್ಮ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಛಾಯಾ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ದೇವಿಕಾ, ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಸದಸ್ಯರಾದಂತಹ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕಾವೇರಿ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಚೇತನಾ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯ, ಮುಂದೆ ಭಾವಿ ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳಾಗುವಂತಹ ಕುಮಾರಿ ಹಿಮಬಿಂದು, ಕುಮಾರಿ ಶ್ರೀಜಾ, ಕುಮಾರಿ ಲತಾಂಶು, ಹಾಗೆ ಕುಮಾರಿ ಮೌನಶ್ರೀ ಮತ್ತಿತರ ಮಂಡನಕಾರರಿಗೆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳು. ಜನವಾಣಿ ಬೇರು, ಕವಿವಾಣಿ ಹೂವು ಅನ್ನೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಜನಪದ ಜನರ ಗತಿಬಿಂಬ, ಇದು ಬತ್ತಲಾರದ ಗಂಗೆ. ಶೀರ್ಷಿಕೆ ಹೇಳೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಜಾನಪದ ಪಥ ಗತ, ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತ, ಅನಾಗತದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆಯಾಮಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ವಿವಿಧ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಕೋನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಕ್ತವಾಗಲಿ. ಆ ಸತ್ಕಾರ್ಯ ನಮ್ಮ ಜಾನಪದ ಜನ್ಯ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಸಹಕಾರದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಉಮಾರ್ ಅವರಿಂದ ಮತ್ತಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲಿಸಲಿ ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಆಶಾ ಭಾವನೆಯಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಹಿತನುಡಿಯನ್ನ ತಮ್ಮ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ತರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೇನೆ. ದೃಶ್ಯವನ್ನ ಬದಲಾಯಿಸೋದಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಛಾಯಾಗ್ರಾಹಕ ಹೇಗೆ ತನ್ನ ಸ್ಥಳ, ಕೋನ, ಮಸೂರುಗಳನ್ನ ಬದಲಾಯಿಸ್ತಾನೋ ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಗಳನ್ನ ಬದಲಾಯಿಸೋಕೆ ಆಗದೇ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಮತ್ತು ಧೋರಣೆಗಳನ್ನ ಬದಲಾಯಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಆತ್ಮೀಯತೆಯಿಂದ, ಸಲುಗೆಯಿಂದ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳನ್ನ ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾ ಈ ವೆಬಿನಾರಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ಪರೋಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ನೆರವಾದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಾನಪದ ಮನಸ್ಸುಗಳಿಗೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದಂತಹ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸುಜಾತಾ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಹಾಗೂ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರುಗಳಿಗೆ ತುಂಬು ಹೃದಯದ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಆಲ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್.
Thank you so much. Anahit and Dr. Constantine and who are there, she was telling that she was sending all the good words and good wishes to CID, and she also congratulated her team and also the children. She was telling that what happens in the future depends upon what happened yesterday. So that is also most important. So we have to carry with the ideas what our ancient people have left behind, to carry on with that, hold on to it and move on to the next step. So the last word she was telling is that when a photographer wants to take a photo and it may not be according to his view, or there may be some disturbances and he may not get what he wanted actually and how it should be, then he has to change his location, he has to change his view, and he has to change his intention to get what he wanted. So like that, now so many situations are there which are inevitable and you cannot change something, but to do it to have that change in you is most welcome. So that's what she said, and she wished each and everyone. And I'm sure that you people have seen the very knowledgeable women in Janapada Janeiro, very enthusiastic and very cooperative women. And I also congratulate Dr. Sujata Aki, the president of uh, uh, Women Folklorist Association, and all the other directors and the members of that association. And surely in future, they will become a very supportive pillar for the future programs, future projects from India. So anything, you can please contact them, you can please contact me, and we can do some more projects. And it will be very great thing to do that. Thank you, Mangala. Thank you for wishing us, and showing that enthusiasm is very important. Supporting your association and wishing us also. It was a very good words, and thank you so much for it. And next time you have to present a paper for us.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, sure.
Then comes next episode. Jala Kaveri, you are there?
Yes, madam.
Yes, please. Speak. Nim experience. Please share your experience.
ಮೇಡಮ್ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಶುಭ ಸಂಜೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಜಾನಪದದ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪಂಚಭೂತಗಳನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಬಹಳ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾಗಿತ್ತು ಹಾಗೂ ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿರುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ. ನಾನು ಮೊದಲ ಬಾರಿಗೆ ಇಂತಹ ಒಂದು ವಿಶೇಷ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿದ್ದು ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಪುಣ್ಯ ಫಲ ಅಂತಲೇ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಇದು ಅಚಾನಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು. ಎಲ್ಲಿಯ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಕೊಡಗು, ಎಲ್ಲಿಯ ಮಲೇಷಿಯಾ, ಹಾಗೆ ಎತ್ತಣ ಮಾಮರ ಎತ್ತಣ ಕೋಗಿಲೆ ಎತ್ತಣಿಂದ ಎತ್ತ ಸಂಬಂಧವಯ್ಯ ಅನ್ನುವ ಹಾಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಇದ್ದಂತ ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಹುಡುಕಿಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದ ಒಂದು ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ರೀತಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾವೇರಿಯ ಒಂದು ಜಲದ ಕಥೆಯನ್ನ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಹೇಗ್ ಕಟ್ಕೊಡುವಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಸಫಲಳಾದೆ. ಒಂದು ದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಕಾಶ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರುವಂತದ್ದು. ಹಾಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮಲೇಷಿಯಾ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಉಮಾ ಹಾಗೂ ಅನಾಹಿತ್ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಾನು ಅಭಾರಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಹಾಗೂ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಜಾನಪದ ಜನೆಯರ ಬಳಗದ ಒಂದು ಸದಸ್ಯೆಯಾಗಿ ನನಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು ಆ ಒಂದು ಗುಂಪಿನಲ್ಲಿದ್ರು. ಹೇಗೋ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ದೇವಿಕಾ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೆಂಪಮ್ಮ, ಛಾಯಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಂಗಳ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಎಲ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಬಹಳ ಒಂದು ಸಂತೋಷದಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಸಪೋರ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಹುರಿದುಂಬಿಸಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ದೇವಿಕಾ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಹಾಯವನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಹಾಗೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾನು ತುಂಬಾ ಹೃದಯದ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನ ಸಮರ್ಪಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಸಂತೋಷ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ದೇಶದ ಜಾನಪದ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಅನ್ನು, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಯನ್ನು, ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಉಮಾರ್ ಅವರು ಬಹಳ ಒಂದು ತಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಈ ಲೆಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರ ಪರಿಶ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನೊಂದು ಹ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೇಳಲೇಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ ದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಹರ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಂತರ ಅವರ ತಯಾರಿನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ರಾತ್ರಿ 1 ಗಂಟೆ ಆದ್ರೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, 2 ಗಂಟೆ ಆದ್ರೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಇದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ರಿಹರ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಮರ್ಶೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗುವಾಗ್ಲೇ 11 ಗಂಟೆ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಆಸಕ್ತಿ, ತಾಳ್ಮೆ, ಸಹನೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಬರೋದು ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲೂ ಇತ್ತೀಚಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರವರ ಕುಟುಂಬ, ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳ ಎಲ್ಲದ್ರಲ್ಲೂ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥ, ಕೃತಕತೆ, ಅಹಂ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಉಮಾರ್ ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನ ಮೀರಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ, ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದ ಒಂದು ಜಾನಪದ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಯನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಮಲೇಷಿಯಾ ಹಾಗೂ ಪ್ಯಾರಿಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ದೇಶಗಳಿಗೆ ಬಿತ್ತರಿಸುವ ಅಂತಹ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು ಬಹಳ ಸಂತೋಷ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವಿಶೇಷ ರೀತಿಯ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಇದು. ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಕೂಡ ಹಲವು ಹೊಸ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹಲವು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು ಮೂಡಿ ಬರ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಉಮಾರ್ ಅವರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇರ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನನಗೂ ಒಂದು ಈ ಒಂದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಭಾಗಿಯಾಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾನು ತುಂಬು ಹೃದಯದ ಒಂದು ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನ ಸಮರ್ಪಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಮೇಡಮ್.
Thank you, Dr. Kaveri. Dr. Kaveri was wishing everyone, and you must have heard Dr. Roma for so many times. That means the time zone was different. They were working. She is working as a principal of college. So there was some inevitable situation that within 3 days or 2 days she was she replaced someone and the speaker, and that within 2-3 days we worked a lot throughout the night, and it came out really nice. So she was telling like that the way of working, or the how to work towards some goal, and she is wishing us to develop some more projects, to have some more projects, and surely she will be there for us. And thank you, Kaveri. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, madam.
Dr. Chaya.
ಮೇಡಮ್.
Chaya.
ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಇಲ್ಲ
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ
ಚಾಲ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಹೇಳ್ತಿದೆ ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಹೇಳಿ.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಜಾನಪದ ಪಥ, ಗತ, ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತ ಮತ್ತು ಅನಾಗತ ಅನ್ನೋಂತ ಈ ವೆಬಿನಾರು 3 ತಿಂಗಳ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಆದ್ರೂ ಆ 3 ತಿಂಗಳು ನಮಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ದಂಗೆ ನಾವು ಅದ್ರೊಳಗಡೆ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿದ್ವಿ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಫುಲ್ ಬೆನ್ನೆಲುಬಾಗಿ ನಿಂತವ್ರು ಉಮಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರು. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಪಂಚಭೂತಗಳ ಬೇಗ ವಿಚಾರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ನನಗ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ಜನಪದ ಕಥೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಜಲ ಅನ್ನೋಂಥದ್ದು. ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಬರಿಬೋದಪ್ಪ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸುಮ್ನೆ ನಾನು ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಇಳಿದಾಗ ನನಗೆ 25 ನಿಮಿಷ ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ 4 ಗಂಟೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋಷ್ಟು ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ನನಗೆ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಕಾರ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ತು, ನನ್ನ ಗ್ರಂಥಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ತು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಮುಂದುವರೆದು ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾನು ವಾಯುವಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳು ಮಾತಾಡಿದಾಗ ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಇದೇ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದಾಗ ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ನನಗ್ ಸಿಕ್ತು. ತುಂಬಾ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನ ಮೇಡಮ್ ನಡ್ಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಂದೊಂದು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಪುಸ್ತಕದ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲೂ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೂ ತರೋ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಒಂದು ದಾಖಲೆಯಾಗಿ ಉಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಮೇಡಮ್. ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಮುಟ್ಬೇಕು ಸಹ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಅಷ್ಟು ಜನರನ್ನ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ ಮುಟ್ಟುವಂತ ಕೆಲಸ ಈ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನ್ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂತೀನಿ. ಒಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ 3 ತಿಂಗಳು ನಾವು ನಿಮಗ್ ಬಹಳ ತೊಂದ್ರೆನೂ ಕೊಟ್ವಿ, ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ದೊತ್ತಲೆಲ್ಲ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ನಮ್ಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ದಾಗ ವಿಚಾರ ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಹಳ ಸಹನೆಯಿಂದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಟ್ರಿ. ನಮ್ಮಿಂದನೂ ಬಹಳ ತೊಂದರೆಗಳನ್ನ ನೀವು ಅನುಭವಿಸಿದ್ರಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲದರ ಪರಿಶ್ರಮ ಒಂದು ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಆಯ್ತು. ನಾನ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೃದಯದ ಧನ್ಯವಾದವನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಹಾಗೆ CID ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಸಹ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನ ತಿಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ.
Thank you so much. Thanks. She was wishing as usual to everyone, and she told that this should come out as a book. We have to publish it in a book form so that all the scripts, all the articles will come under one book, and it will get distributed to everyone, and each and everyone will know about it. She is basically a field worker, and she has done research, and Hima Bindu is her daughter, and she was telling when I gave we had the thought of Panchabhuta, nobody came to know that will it be such a big for 5 days, will it be such a big informative webinar? Then now each and everybody can speak for 2 hours one subject. So they have learned so much, they have studied, and with their work and career they had that enthusiasm, and they have worked a lot, and now they are so happy that they are in this project, and her intention that is to do some more in this field and have some more thoughts. Thank you, Chaya. Dr. Sobhagya.
Yes, ma'am.
Please.
Yeah. Namaste. Hi, one and all present here. I'm Dr. Sobhagya. This webinar very informative. This webinar, including younger generation, it's good progress for us. They was presenting very well. So thank you one and all. Especially thanks Dr. Devika, Dr. Uma, Anahit, CAD and UNESCO. Thank you one and all once again. Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. It is over. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Saubhagya. Thanks a lot, and thanks for your participation too. Dr. Sir, Malaysia, sir. So now today it is folk artists are very important for us. They are the living legends, and they connect us to the past, and they will guide us, and they will take us in future. And if there is anything, they will give guidance. And so that is the most. I know Mr. Malaysia from 20 years. When I was recording for my field work, and he was there, and all the troops, how he managed, and not only one Nandi Dwaja, it is his specialization, but he's not having only one art knowledge. He can talk about all the folk arts, all the rituals behind it, and the history, and the moreover, he has that simplicity of transferring the knowledge to younger generation. He has that mind of protecting and promoting and preserving the folk art. He's a very good resource person, and that's why I thought he will be a very suitable for person for to be a chief guest today, so that he can share his ideas, and he can give us some guidelines how to move on in this folklore. Sir, namaskara.
Namaskaram.
Namaskara. I will show some of his special photographs. This is his specialization. When I was doing Nandi Dwaja, you saw this photo. It is already 120 kgs of weight, but he will carry a person on his shoulders, and he will dance with the dedication, devotion. You should have that. You should see him dancing. I was the one who witnessed his dance when I was doing the field work. And still today, when I will be calling him, and we will be talking about the details of the folk arts, then he has the same dedication towards the folk art. And he's with our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi. That shows that the folk, we say the Kalajinaken ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, his concern in preserving the art. He went to Delhi, and he introduced Karnataka dance to him. And this photo is with Ganapati Sachidananda, who is a religious leader in Mysuru. And that particular institution, that particular religious center is promoting, is a patron of folk arts. So they will annually, and because of some celebration and festival, they invite folk arts. And he is the one, Mr. Malaysia is the one who will be attending. Everybody in folk field, they know Mr. Malaysia as a very good carrier of the folk arts, and he's very well honored in the folk field. And this is two Nandi Kambas, Jodi Nandi Kamba, and he has a big, because only the devotion or the tolerance or the perseverance and the training he has, he is an excellent dancer, and he is a very good folk artist. Sir, nimdenaridre share ಮಾಡಿ sir. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಗುರು ವಿಷ್ಣು ಗುರುದೇವೋ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರಃ ಗುರು ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ ಪರಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ತಸ್ಮೈ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುವೇ ನಮಃ. ನಾನು ಸುಮಾರು ಕಳೆದ 5 ದಶಕಗಳಿಂದ ಮೈಸೂರು ದಸರಾ ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸತತವಾಗಿ ನಂದಿ ಧ್ವಜದೊಡನೆ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಕಳೆದ 2 ವರ್ಷಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋವಿಡ್-19 ಕೊರೋನಾ 19 ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಳ ದಸರಾ ಮಹೋತ್ಸವವನ್ನು ನೆರವೇರಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಕಳೆದ ಬಾರಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ 2 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಪ್ರಥಮವಾಗಿ ನಂದಿ ಧ್ವಜಕ್ಕೆ ಪೂಜೆಯನ್ನ ಬಲರಾಮ ದ್ವಾರದ ಮುಂಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಶ್ರೀ BS ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪನವರು ಪೂಜೆಯನ್ನ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿದ ನಂತರ ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ಸರಳ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾಲನೆಗೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ನಂತರ ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಶ್ರೀ SR ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿರವರು ನಂದಿ ಧ್ವಜಕ್ಕೆ ಪೂಜೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿದ ನಂತರ ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆ ಚಾಲನೆಗೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ನಂತರ ಅರಮನೆಯ ಒಳಾವರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಳ ರೀತಿಯ ದಸರಾ ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆಯು ಚಾಲನೆಗೊಂಡು ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿ ನಡೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಲ್ಲದೆ ಜಾನಪದ ಕಲೆಯು ಯುವ ಪೀಳಿಗೆಗೆ ಒಂದು ತರಬೇತಿಯನ್ನ ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವೊಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಶ್ರೀ ಗೌರಿಶಂಕರ ನಂದಿಧ್ವಜ ಸಂಘ ಹಾಗೂ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುಮಲ್ಲೇಶ್ವರ ನಂದಿಧ್ವಜ ಸಂಘ ಎಂಬ 2 ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸಂಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಯುವ ಪೀಳಿಗೆಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಹಾಗೂ ಕಲಾ ಶಿಬಿರ, ಜಾನಪದ ಕಲಾಮೇಳ ಹಾಗೂ ಇನ್ನಿತರ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಿ ಇದರ ಒಂದು ಮೂಲ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಹಾಗೂ ಕಲಿಕೆ, ಇದರ ಮಹತ್ವಪೂರ್ಣ ಕಲೆಯ ಒಂದು ಪೂರ್ಣತೆಯನ್ನು ನಾಡಿನ ಹಾಗೂ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಹಾಗೂ ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆಯಲು ಕಾರಣನಾಗಬೇಕೆಂದು ಇಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಯೋಜನಶೀಲವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತೇನೆ. ನಾನು ಮೈಸೂರು ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳೆದ 40 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಮೈಸೂರು ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯದ ಅರ್ಥಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ವಿಭಾಗ, ಅರ್ಥಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ಮತ್ತು ಸಹಕಾರ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಕನ್ನಡ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ, ಮಹಿಳಾ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಸಸ್ಯಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ವಿಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ 2018ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ನಿವೃತ್ತಿ ಹೊಂದಿ ನಂತರ ನನ್ನ ನಿತ್ಯ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಡಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಬರುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಕಳೆದ 2 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಅಥವಾ 3 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಕೊರೋನಾ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು ಜಾನಪದ ಕಲಾಮೇಳ ಅಥವಾ ಜಾನಪದ ತರಬೇತಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಕಲಿಕಾ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ, ಜಾನಪದ ಕಲೆಯ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಸಾಮಗ್ರಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತೊಂದರೆಯಾಗಿದೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಕೊರೋನಾ ಮುಗಿದ ನಂತರ ಜಾನಪದ ಕಲೆಯನ್ನು ಯುವ ಪೀಳಿಗೆಗೆ ಹಾಗೂ ನಾಡಿನ ಜನತೆಗೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜನತೆಗೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ತರಬೇತಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಕಲಾ ಶಿಬಿರ, ಜಾನಪದ ಕಲಾಮೇಳ, ಜಾನಪದ ಕಲಾ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನ ಹಾಗೂ ಇನ್ನಿತರ ಒಂದು ಇದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಕಲೆಯನ್ನ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಅಭಿಲಾಷೆ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಮತ್ತು ವಿವಿಧ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳೊಡನೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರವನ್ನ ತುಂಬಾ ಅಚ್ಚುಕಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬೆಳೆಸಲು ನಾವು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಪಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ ಮಹಾದೇವಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವಿಬ್ರು ಸೇರಿ ಮೈಸೂರು ದಸರಾ ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸತತವಾಗಿ ಸುಮಾರು 48 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ನಿರಂತರವಾಗಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸರ್ಕಾರದವರು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದಾಗಿನಿಂದಲೂ ಸಹ ಸತತವಾಗಿ ನಾವೇ ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಪ್ರಥಮವಾಗಿ ಮೈಸೂರು ದಸರಾ ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆಯು ಸರ್ಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭವಾದದ್ದು ಮೈಸೂರು ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯದಿಂದ 1972 ಅಥವಾ 73 ಇರಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ನನಗನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಆವಾಗ ಪ್ರಥಮವಾಗಿ ನಡೀತು. ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಶ್ರೀ ದೇವರಾಜ ಅರಸನವರು ಆವಾಗ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಾಗಿದ್ರು. ಜಯಚಾಮರಾಜೇಂದ್ರ ಒಡೆಯರ್ ಬಹದ್ದೂರ್ ಅವರು ಸಹ ಇದ್ರು. ಆಗ ಮೈಸೂರು ಅರಮನೆಯ ಸಭಾಂಗಣ ಅಥವಾ ಅರಮನೆಯ ಮುಂಭಾಗ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇಲ್ಲದ ಕಾರಣ ಮೈಸೂರು ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯದಿಂದ ಮೈಸೂರು ದಸರಾ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ದಸರಾ ಮಹೋತ್ಸವವು ಚಾಲನೆಗೊಂಡಿರುವುದು ಮತ್ತು ನಾನು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿ ಸುಮಾರು 47 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಅದರ ಒಂದು ನೆನಪನ್ನು ನನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟುಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಿರಂತರವಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿಯ ತನಕ ನಂದಿ ಧ್ವಜದ ಕಲೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಜಾನಪದ ಕಲೆಯ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅದಲ್ಲದೆ ಶ್ರೀಮನ್ ಮಹಾರಾಜ ಜಯಚಾಮರಾಜೇಂದ್ರ ಒಡೆಯರ್ ಬಹದ್ದೂರ್ ಅವರ ಕಾಲದಿಂದಲೂ ಸಹ ನಾನು ನಂದಿ ಧ್ವಜದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ ನಾನು ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅದಲ್ಲದೆ ಜಾನಪದ ಕಲೆ ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನಿತರ ಕಲೆಯು ಮಹಿಳಾ ಮತ್ತು ವಿಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಸಾಲೆ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಗೊರವರ ಕುಣಿತ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಹಾಗೂ ಇನ್ನಿತರ ಸಮಾರಂಭಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಧಾನ್ಯತೆಯನ್ನು ಹೊಂದುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಕಲೆಗೆ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರು ಹಾಗೂ ಯುವಕರು ತುಂಬಾ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ಹೊಂದಿ ಬರಬೇಕೆಂದು ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಅನಿಸಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಂದಿ ಧ್ವಜ ಒಂದು ಕಲೆಯು ಜಾನಪದ ಕಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಗಂಡು ಕಲೆ. ಇಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಅದ್ಭುತ ಕಲೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶಿಸಬೇಕಾದರೆ, ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದರೆ, ನಾವು ಕಲಾಚತುರನಾಗಿ, ನಿತ್ಯ ನಿರ್ಮಲದಾಯಕನಾಗಿ, ಪರಿಶುದ್ಧ ಕಾಯಕನಾಗಿ, ಶಕ್ತಿ, ಭಕ್ತಿ, ಯುಕ್ತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗುಣಗಳನ್ನು, ಆಚಾರ ವಿಚಾರ, ಧಾರ್ಮಿಕ ಪರಂಪರೆ ಎಲ್ಲದರನ್ನ ನಾವು ಒಳಗೊಂಡು ಇದನ್ನು ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಇಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಕಲೆಯನ್ನು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು 2017ರಲ್ಲಿ ಗಣರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವ ಪಥ ಸಂಚಲನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿ ಇಂತಹ ಒಂದು ನಂದಿ ಧ್ವಜ ಕಲೆಯ ಪ್ರಚಾರತೆಯನ್ನು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಹಾಗೂ ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಚಾರಗೊಳ್ಳಲು ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಸಹಕಾರ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನನ್ನ ಈ ಕಲೆ ನಂದಿ ಧ್ವಜ ಕಲೆಯು ನಶಿಸಿ ಹೋಗದಂತೆ ನಂದಿ ಧ್ವಜ ಕಲೆಯ ಚತುರ ನಂದಿ ಧ್ವಜ ಕಲೆಯ ನರ್ತನನಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ ಹಾಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಅತ್ಯಮೂಲ್ಯ ಹಾಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಸಹಕಾರದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಇಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಕಲೆಯನ್ನ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇಂತಹ ಕಲೆಗೆ, ಜಾನಪದ ಕಲೆಗೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹದ ನೀಡಿ ಶಾಲಾ ಕಾಲೇಜುಗಳಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಸಹ ಇದನ್ನ ಪಾಠ್ಯೇತರ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳಾಗಿ ನಡೆಸಿದರೆ ಇನ್ನ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ರೀತಿ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಕಾಣುತ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತದೆ. ಜಾನಪದ ಕಲೆಯು ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಪ್ರದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ದಿನ ಬಳಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಸಹ ಇರುತ್ತದೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಗರ ಪ್ರದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾನಪದ ಕಲೆ ಹಾಗೂ ನಂದಿ ಧ್ವಜ ಕಲೆ, ಕಂಸಾಲೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಗೊರವರ ಕುಣಿತ ಹಾಗೂ ಇನ್ನಿತರ ಯಾವುದೇ ಜಾನಪದ ಕಲೆಗಳಾಗಲಿ ಪ್ರಚಾರತೆ ಕೊರತೆ ಇದೆ. ಅಖಿಲ ಭಾರತ ಜನಪದ ಪರಿಷತ್ತು, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಎರಡು ಕೂಡಿ ಇಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಕಲೆಯ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನವನ್ನು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಆದ್ಯತೆಯನ್ನು ನೀಡಿ ಇಂತಹ ಪ್ರಚಾರತೆಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಒತ್ತು ಕೊಡಲೆಂದು ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಅಭಿಲಾಷೆ. ಹಾಗೂ ಇಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ನೀವು ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಅನಹಿತ ಹಾಗೂ ಕಂಟೆಗನ್ ಸರ್ ಹಾಗೂ CID ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರಿಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಗೌರವಪೂರ್ವಕ ಹೃದಯಪೂರ್ವಕ ವಂದನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿ ನನ್ನ ಎರಡು ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನ ಹಾಗೂ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನ ನಾನು ಮುಕ್ತಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
Namaskara, sir. Namaskara. So what he was telling is that from 1972 to 1973 it started first, and Vadayar was Mysore Jaichamarajendra Vadayar was at that time, and he was the patron of folk arts. And during that time Mysore procession was taking place, and from that time he is invited to give Nandi Dwaja Kunita in front of the palace. So that is the most honored most honored situation that he is having, and it is honored by the folk field that he has been invited like that. It is almost from 48 years he is the one who is invited for the Nandi Dwaja, because until they don't do the worship and they won't dance with Nandi Dwaja, the Dasara procession will not be taken off. So that is the most auspicious auspicious ritual that Mysore Dasara has maintained, and each year he is representing it. Other than that, he was serving as a government employee in the economics department and in Kannada department of Mysore University, and he served for 40 years, and he has got so much of awards, and that every now, because after the independence, now we have a democracy, and each year whoever the chief ministers like Yediyurappa, maybe Bommai, now Bommai is the chief minister, and Devaraja Arsu. It was the first time that Devaraja Arsu was there, and during from that time until now, he is the one who is invited, and with his friend, they have founded the folk association, which gives training to the youngsters, and they are promoting it, and they are doing in the national and national level. You have seen that with our prime minister, and it is during Republic Day. He is in that the Republic. We have a celebration and the march. He was there representing Karnataka and representing Fort Cart and representing Nandi Dwaja. It is very much honored. That means he was invited in the national level too. And his concern is that no government is helping the folk artists. So in their by his own interest, with his association, his training, and his conducting workshops. His concern is to preserve the folk art and pass on to the younger generation, and it is very necessary to have to do that. And Nandi Dwaja and all the folk arts which are spiritual or which are related to ritualistic folk dance, ritualistic say, which are ritualistic by nature. Now only men used to dance. Now his intention is to transfer that to the girls and women also, so that we can preserve it. And he's having very good intention to do that, so that the folk art should be preserved. And in future, he will be giving guidelines to the youngsters, and it is our pleasure to have him today. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us. ನೀವು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಂತೋಷ, ನಮಗ್ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಖುಷಿ ಆಯ್ತು. ನೀವ್ ಏನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಸಜೆಷನ್ಸ್, surely we take it and we pass on to the younger generation, and we will contact you for further anything. ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆನೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಮತ್ತೆನೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ನೀವು ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ನಮ್ ಜೊತೆ for further projects. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. ರೂಪಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ರೂಪಾ ಶಿವಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಇದ್ದಾರಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಭಾರತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಶಿ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಮೌನಶ್ರೀ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಿಮ ಬಿಂದು ಮಕ್ಳು ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಿಮ ಬಿಂದು, ಯಾ ಯು ಟಾಕ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ನೌ.
Yeah, it was really nice experience to work with all the dignitaries. First of all, I was very busy in my studies, but now I got the time to be mingled with this work. Now I will definitely keep this as my hobby. I will really try to do and research on the folklore, and I will try to write an articles about what I researched. And and I have a really nice experience. I really thank Dr. Huma, and you were really friendly with me in the rehearsal. I really enjoyed a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. And you are the future speaker.
Thank you.
So make good use of CID. That is the thing. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Understand that. And Shrija, are you there? Yes, Shrija, ಮಾತಾಡು ಪುಟಿ. ನೋಡು ನೀನ್ ಫೋಟೋ ಬಂತು, ಅವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದಾಗೋಗಿತ್ತು, ಈಗ ಬಂತು ನೋಡು. Shrija? Video on.
I thank everyone for giving me this opportunity to speak in this platform.
Mm-hmm.
And it was my wonderful experience. And this seminar was very informative. And you helped me a lot to
Learn.
this project. And I thank everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Nice, nice words. So that is the end of our 3 months project. And yeah, it was very nice to work with all the Janapada Janayaru especially, and they are so knowledgeable, and I had a very good experience with them too. Okay, so Anahit, that is the end of our project. So can we just say goodbye? One more thing, that was a promise till we meet again. So no farewell, nothing like that. We do meet again. So Anahit, do you have anything to say so that we can? Neither, Okay, sir, I think Constantine sir, Anahit not online. Yeah.
Perhaps a wish or a dream, all those actions around folklore and around all those activities may be concentrated or stimulated by the creation of a section. I think we can think about it. A section in Mysuru or somewhere else, and work in a more coordinated way. It's a huge domain, and it doesn't concern only your region.
Yes, sir. Correct. Correct, sir. Correct. We will do that, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Yeah. So Anahit, that is end of the project.
Congratulations to everyone. Thank you, all of you. Thank you, Dr. Uma, for making us be connected and to meet all this information, all this beautiful world created by you. See you everyone very soon in our coming many projects. I'm looking forward for our collaboration again and again, Dr. Uma. Thank you very much for everything and everyone.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you.